Welcome to a momentous occasion in the world of chess, where history, culture, and destiny collide in a dazzling display of strategy and skill. We turn our gaze to Singapore, the illustrious Lion City, a global crossroads where ancient traditions meet cutting-edge innovation and the world's bustling economic currents converge. Here, on this storied stage, the Chess World Championship unfolds, capturing the world's undivided attention. In one corner, we have Ding Liren, the reigning champion hailing from China, where a population over 1 billion stands behind him, fueling a relentless drive towards glory. Ding's journey embodies a legacy of strategic mastery and an unyielding pursuit of excellence. The road back to the World Championship has not been easy for Ding. This past year has been one of his most challenging, both on and away from the chessboard. Opposite him, from the shadow of the Himalayas, is Gukesh, the prodigious talent from India. Gukesh represents a new wave of chess brilliance from the subcontinent, leading a generation of extraordinary minds who are reshaping the landscape of the game. Since winning the candidates, Gukesh has been in top form, having one of the best ever performances at the Olympiad, where he and India won gold for the first time. As we watch these giants battle for supremacy, we are reminded of chess's rich history, a game that has transcended borders and ages, uniting diverse cultures in a single shared passion. From ancient palaces to the grand stages of modern arenas, chess remains a testament to the universal quest for intellectual triumph. In this grand spectacle, Singapore stands as the perfect host, a beacon of global unity, where every move and countermove resonates far beyond the chessboard, symbolizing the ties that bind us all. Prepare to witness a clash of titans, a celebration of strategy, and a moment where the world comes together in the name of the greatest game ever played. It is experience versus youth, Ding's unshakable resolve against Gukesh's unstoppable momentum. Who will emerge victorious as the 2024 FIDE World Champion?
पूरे देश का ये हाल है, हर नजर तेरे चाल पे। जब से देखा तुझे खेलते, सब थे फिदा तेरे खेल पे। अपने पीसेस कर ले अब तू सेट रे, ये टाइटल अब नहीं हार्ड टू गेट रे। पूरी दुनिया है तुझसे इम्प्रेस रे, नामुमकिन नहीं कुछ भी व्हेन योर गुकेश रे। अब है टेंशन और इमोशन, ये है कंडीशन। पूरा नेशन रखे पेशेंस कि कौन है वर्ल्ड चैंपियन।
गो गो बुकी गो, पूरा देश तेरे साथ खड़ा है। गो गो बुकी गो, सबका बस अब ये कहना है। गो गो बुकी गो, ये जीत पे तेरा नाम लिखा है। गो गो बुकी गो, सिर पे तेरे तू अड़ा है। गो गो बुकी गो, पूरा देश तेरे साथ खड़ा है। गो गो बुकी गो, सबका बस अब ये कहना है। गो गो बुकी गो, ये जीत पे तेरा नाम लिखा है। गो गो बुकी गो, चल 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 चल।
यहाँ हर पल है कीमती, कीमत है तेरे ड्रीम की। जब भी तू बोर्ड पे बैठे आशा हो बस तेरे विन की। आनंद का है तू चेला, नहीं है तू अकेला। अगर अपनी गेम तू खेला तुझा अपोनेंट तो गेला। हेटर्स वाली बातें जिनकी, शुरू कर लो उल्टी गिनती। मार गिराया सबको उसने, अब बारी आई है टीम की।
इंडिया इंडिया इंडिया, गो 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 गो।
अब आया है तू एंड गेम में, सब ले रहे तेरा नाम है। सबकी नजर तेरे बोर्ड पे, घर लाना है तुझे गोल्ड रे। अपने पीसेस कर ले अब तू सेट रे, ये टाइटल अब नहीं हार्ड टू गेट रे। पूरी दुनिया है तुझसे इम्प्रेस रे, नामुमकिन नहीं कुछ भी व्हेन योर गुकेश रे। अब है टेंशन और इमोशन, ये है कंडीशन। पूरा नेशन रखे पेशेंस कि कौन है वर्ल्ड चैंपियन।
पूरा देश तेरे साथ खड़ा है। गो गो बुकी गो, सबका बस अब ये कहना है। गो गो बुकी गो, ये जीत पे तेरा नाम लिखा है। गो गो बुकी गो, सिर पे तेरे तू अड़ा है। गो गो बुकी गो, पूरा देश तेरे साथ खड़ा है। गो गो बुकी गो, सबका बस अब ये कहना है। गो गो बुकी गो, ये जीत पे तेरा नाम लिखा है। गो गो बुकी गो, पूरा देश तेरे साथ खड़ा है। सबका बस अब ये कहना है, ये जीत पे तेरा नाम लिखा है। सिर पे तेरे तू अड़ा है, पूरा देश तेरे साथ खड़ा है। सबका बस अब ये कहना है, ये जीत पे तेरा नाम लिखा है। सिर पे तेरे तू अड़ा है, पूरा देश तेरे साथ खड़ा है।
Gemini, can you help me plan my 3-day vacation?
Generate a photo of a muscly capybara.
Explain the concept of supply and demand with OpenStax.
Hi Gemini, quiz me on the rise of industrialization.
Can you help me find an email?
Yeah, I can help with that.
This December, the world's top chess minds clash in the heart of New York City at the FIDE World Rapid and Blitz Championship. Witness world number 1 Magnus Carlsen and other stars from across the globe. Rapid and Blitz, chess in its most thrilling form, unpredictable and unforgettable. Fast moves, tactics and blunders, and moments that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Witness the pinnacle of chess excitement. Get your tickets now at worldrapidandblitz.fide.com.
Want to play chess but don't know how to get started? Try chess.com. Play for free against someone at your level or challenge one of our friendly computer bots. Trying to improve your chess? Learn the Queen's Gambit and other openings with guided interactive lessons. Like chess but don't want the pressure of playing games? Chess.com has hundreds of thousands of fun puzzles to help you relax and sharpen your mind. Play your friends, make new ones around the world, follow the latest games and more. Sign up and play for free at chess.com today. A premium membership at chess.com will help you improve your game with full access to a powerful set of learning tools. Unlimited tactics let you practice like a master with more than 50,000 puzzles to challenge you at every level. Our library of interactive chess lessons created by master coaches will enhance every aspect of your game. And after each game you play, the computer analysis feature will give you feedback on every move you played, turning every game into a chance to learn. And that's not all. Premium benefits also include unlimited tournaments, video lessons, the Opening Explorer, and much, much more. Upgrade now to take your game to the next level.
What's the best way to follow any chess event, from the World Chess Championship to the candidates, the Speed Chess Championship, Title Tuesday, and so much more? Chess.com/events has all of the top chess tournaments played both over the board and online. Analyze and review games from the world's greatest players with live commentary, cloud analysis, Opening Explorer, and table bases. Find all the key event information, including schedules, prizes, results, news reports, player bios, tie breaks, and more. Even compete by voting for your predicted results. Explore chess.com/events today on web or with our iOS and Android apps and experience chess like never before.
Alright, we are back on day 2 of the World Chess Championship, दोस्तों.
Let's go!
कल बहुत मूड खराब हुआ हमारा और मुझे लगा उससे खराब क्या ही हो सकता है. फिर मैंने गो गो गुकी गो गाना सुन लिया.
Crazy. The song is really good.
Yeah.
I was listening to it on loop for 2 days, 3 days in fact.
I think Gukesh also listened to it yesterday before the match.
No, I have not sent it to him. Man. Yeah. He doesn't know about this song yet.
Yeah, he doesn't deserve this pain.
I don't know, but Tanya was liking the song.
I did. I think it has a great hook. But more importantly, you said कि कल mood off हुआ, but I actually think yesterday really set the pace for the World Championship match. Because दो चीजें हो सकती थी इस match में, right? A total blowout that Ding shows up in the kind of form he's been struggling with, or we get a real World Championship fight, and that's what it's going to be now, Amrita.
Absolutely, because one-sided kuch bhi na, one-sided anything is not fun, right, Samay?
Yeah.
So it's very important that.
Samay, let's talk about that.
I just addressed him because I'm meeting him after a long time. But
I felt like that was a personal attack. We can get into that later.
I think there will be a lot of personal attacks now that Amrita and Samay are on the same panel.
But honestly, I feel कि मैं ऐसे कबाब में हड्डी बन गई हूँ इन दोनों के बीच में.
No, yaar, you're saving us from a lot of fights, Tanya. That's why we had made sure that you will sit over here. Okay, so you're protecting us. Okay.
Actually, let's get to the real fight, which is Ding and Gukesh. Today is the second game, yes. And Gukesh has the black pieces. We are around 10 minutes away from
a draw.
Draw लग रहा है आज.
मुझे तो लग रहा है.
क्यों भाई?
Gukesh safe खेलना चाहिए with black pieces. If he loses 2 in a row, that will be very bad news for us. And yeah, so I think he should. His team उसने वही बोला होगा आज draw कर ले भाई, hold कर ले बस.
I feel like Ding will go for the kill today also. Now that he has got Gukesh down, he will think that let's play with white pieces, aggressive chess, and that will give Gukesh his chances.
Absolutely. Like, I would ask people over here also, like, if you were right now in Gukesh's place, would you go with a draw attitude or would you like to fight this? And
बताओ 400 rating players. If you were in Gukesh's place.
Fight for a win. That's a great attitude, actually.
It's a great attitude, but it's a very risky one as well, right? It's not just that he's playing with the black pieces. It's like if things go wrong today, the match is over almost. Yeah, it's being down 2, so the risk is too high to go all out today. Because what's on stake with black going that extra mile, you could get yourself in a position where deficit of 2 points, how do you come back from it? And let's not forget, we can talk about what Gukesh wants, but I think the bigger question is, what is Ding's mindset?
Yes.
3-0 in
walnut
class.
खाना है बस भाई.
हाँ?
उसको तो walnut खाना है बस भाई.
Walnut क्यों?
कितना cute video थी, देखी थी कल उसकी?
नहीं.
When he was winning around move 41, where he had got 30 minutes extra, he went into his restroom and he started eating dry fruits and nicely, he knew he's winning, so he was waiting for Gukesh to move.
So his mindset is completely chill, is what we're trying to say. He doesn't. Okay, he literally doesn't care.
Chilling. But I also feel that, one thing that stood out to me yesterday was that he really took his opportunity and his chance when it came. He did not play safe. When he felt that bhai, momentum has shifted, we got glimpses of the Ding that he was at his peak of 2816. So this is a full match, and let's not forget that so far Gukesh hasn't won a classical game against him. I think it's absolutely important that Gukesh keeps it solid today, stops the bleeding from what happened yesterday, and take his chances when he plays white. The question is Ding going to make it messy on the board?
I'm actually getting a lot of 1972 Fischer versus Pasky vibes from this match. Pehle the first game. Oh, Gukesh is here.
He's here.
Gukesh, let's go.
Let's go, black pieces. And Gukesh ka jo chair hai na, he's got a gaming chair. While Ding seems to have come in like an office chair. ऐसा देखा आप लोगों ने? The difference? Look at that.
Oh, it's different.
Yeah, it's different.
So the players, they try out the different chairs in that chair competition that happens before, and then they choose the most comfortable one.
Chair competition?
Not a competition, but it's like try your chair. Before you arrive to the decision that you want to, you have to check out everything, right?
Yeah.
And
It's
then
like
see
chair
what
ka
suits you
swayamvar.
best.
It's like going on a dating app.
You seem to have a lot of experience on that, Samir.
यार मेरे को ही तोड़ रहे हैं सब यार.
By that, too, you had publicly promoted some app and all.
What? वो तो प्रमोशन है.
Why?
प्रमोशन तो मैं चेसकॉम का भी करता हूँ, पर खेलता तो मैं लीचेस पे नहीं खेलता तो मैं चेसकॉम डायमंड पे ही हूँ. Guys, by the way, diamond membership you can get. Right today, there's a big offer on the diamond membership.
Black
It's a
Friday
very cool
offer.
one.
बोल दीजिए आप ही.
7 days of membership free. And then 50% off on the next premium membership for a year.
Which is like comes to I think $300. But the best part is 7 दिन के बाद even if you want to cancel it, you can, but at least try it out for those 7 days and experience
Tanya
it.
ने full hack बता दिया.
I do that. I'm not gonna. I've done it before. Not
but
with Chesscom, but with other.
It's
apps.
actually pretty good. Like
It's
what I
really
love
cool.
about Chesscom analysis is the Chesscom diamond membership is the analysis you get. उसमें वो brilliancy दिखाता है, पूरा detailed report आता है. That is something I think they have a strong suit. सही है ना ये?
भाई आगे.
Better.
ये वाला plug सही है ना ये?
You know what? If there are two players who really love chess and who really love each other, they can actually have a proposal that the boyfriend can give her a diamond membership and say that.
Instead of diamond,
You know?
diamond membership. Wow, Amrita. I think I'll give you one.
Thank you, I need it.
Acha guys, when was the last time somebody won in the World Championship match with the black pieces?
A game. I think it happened in the Yan versus Ding match, right?
What? Usme I think they were all white wins or what?
The last one was Rook G6. I know the
Ah,
very
that was-
last
but
game
that was a
Ding
rapid
won the
game.
match with
That
the.
was a rapid game.
Yes. But that came to my mind instantly. Also, that brings to the point, right? This is the first time that Ding has been on the lead in a match. I don't know how many of you remember when he won the World Championship, but he was always trailing and making a comeback. It's a bit of a new situation for
Yeah.
him as well.
True.
Yeah, but you know what? Gukesh is an exceptional comebacker, and he has this ability that when he loses, he can actually feel extra motivated, which happened in Ali Reza in candidates. Like
Yes,
after that,
and nodded back in Olympiad.
Yes, totally. So I am very much hoping something like a snake versus mongoose wala fight.
क्या बात?
I'm actually I wanted to see Gukesh because if you see him, he has closed his eyes and he's meditating, and Ding comes from behind.
Ooh,
Look
that
at
was a nice scene.
And Gukesh has been doing this for years, closing his eyes before. Oh, and he instantly opens it, जैसे Ding आया.
Could we have a both? Yeah, this angle is nice.
Should we go live to them and hear what's going on?
Oh, yes, that would be great.
Fight, both players showing tremendous resolve, and we expect to see more fighting chess in the subsequent games. It is my pleasure to introduce the players. First, the challenger from India, Gukesh Dommaraju.
Let's go!
Go, Googie, go.
See, the song is growing on you.
His opponent, the
Like a
world
virus.
champion from China, Ding Liren.
He's not calling him legend.
I'll tell you why later.
Acha.
We are pleased to have the sponsor, title sponsor of Google. There has been many initiatives that they have activated. If you haven't seen them, you just go online, do a Google search, a Google Doodle. They've been here with Gemini, lots of activities in-house, as well as talks that are ongoing. So a critical partner in Google making these championships happen. And we also have special guests to make the ceremonial first moves.
Ooh.
First, a legend, a living legend in
Rishi
Singapore
Anand.
chess, a 10-time Singapore champion, which is a standing national record.
Kevin?
This gentleman represented Singapore in 4 Olympiads, 3 of them on board 1. Please welcome international master Tan Lian An.
Oh.
इसका हो गया भाई चेस खेल के अब.
And another special guest. Unfortunately, he could not be here with us as he has passed away, but he is widely known as the founder of Singapore chess. A famous microbiologist, Singapore's first national chess champion, father of Singapore chess for close to 5 decades.
Nonchalant delivery थी भाई.
Wrote chess articles for newspapers,
बड़ा
organized
casual था यार.
competitions, and was instrumental in the development of many Singaporean chess masters. I'm referring to Professor Lim Kok An, who will be represented today by his daughter, herself a renowned Singaporean playwright, novelist, short story writer, and
mute कर लो भाई,
poet.
हमारी
She's
बात
most
सुन
well
रही
known
है.
for her iconic
हमारी सुना
Emily
है,
of
सुन.
Emerald Hill play. Please welcome Miss Stella Kohn. Well, I will ask international master. Yeah? Please make the first move. For white.
Oh, E4.
That's usually Ding's choice of repertoire, no? 1 e4 starts with the king's pawn, but आज क्या होगा?
Please, for black.
Oh, black also.
खेलना तो होता है भाई.
भाई अगर ये बेटी है तो पास तो होना ही लगा.
Thank you so much. Photo.
म्यूट कर लो भाई.
And with that, let the game begin.
Yay!
Handshakes, clocks are on. Round 2 of the World Championship has started. Ding Liren, will he start with 1 e4 and it's on the board?
He plays 1 e4. Wow.
Let's go.
Okay, what are you expecting, guys?
E5. Gukesh goes E5. Solid today. Yes. कोई ज़्यादा खुश नहीं हुआ ये मूव से. Everyone is
अरे
like
ड्रॉ हो जाएगी क्या?
नहीं, I think Gukesh might be also slightly ambitious. Ding will also be. It all depends. Italian. We have the Italian on the board.
क्या बात. We have Viral Gandhi with a super chat. Hoping Gukesh bags his first win on my birthday today.
Arey, Viral ji.
क्या बात है Viral bhai,
birthday.
making even this about yourself.
K says after losing the first game, it's Guki's time to show if he really is World Championship contender. If he wins, nobody can question the status of this championship. Yeah, that's true. But already Italian opening is on the board, and I think Tanya, you play this a lot with black pieces, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe we can flip the board for black today.
Yeah, let's have.
हाँ, बढ़िया.
So this is one of the most solid openings of chess, right?
Solid का मतलब क्या होता है?
Solid means that somewhere we can't expect some tactics coming on early. Like yesterday was anything but solid from the start. When an opponent plays French, you can expect fireworks very early on. It's a more strategic fight, you know. Later, move 18, move 20, we might see a central break. First, the pieces come out, kings get to safety. So it's a very traditional, classical way of playing chess. But this move by Gukesh is not the most standard move. Usually a pawn arrives there. Yeah, sorry, this... Okay, yes. This move by... We're just switching the names as well.
अच्छा, हाँ, नाम change करना है भाई. Knight C3 by Ding is not the most common because a pawn generally comes there. If we can go one move behind, then C3 is one of the main moves. And then the knight comes from D2 to F1 to G3. This is generally the path of the knight in such opening.
पर वो तो सबको ही पता है ना.
हाँ.
So that's why he's switching it.
But actually Knight C3 would be the most common move for anyone. Like if let's say right now someone here who is not very strong would have to decide where the knight goes, they would put it on C3. The main problem is now you can't break with D4 easily with white.
But it has its own plan. White's route that you want to take is get the bishop out to G5, pin that knight on F6, and the fight becomes about the central square, that very strong square where the knight on C3 can jump from.
Right.
So black needs to fight
मैं तो H6 कर देता जल्दी से.
Same. I actually think that's the best move here.
Did he do it?
Yeah. No, H6 नहीं.
No, he played A6.
Okay.
Oh, A6.
He wants to go B5.
You know, there's a small little thing. If now bishop G5, I think Ding played A4, but instead of that, if he played bishop G5, the point is that because black has not castled, you can play H6, bishop H4,
wow,
and now you can go G5. And now because the king has not castled, you can push the pawns in front of the king. So I think Ding is also waiting for black to castle before playing the bishop and pinning the knight. So he plays A4.
But
someone
I think
saying
Gukesh will
call
win, no?
Vidit. Guys, Vidit was going to join us, but unfortunately, he got married. So he's not coming today, but soon, one day.
By marriage, abhi time hai. It's in March or April.
But he will spend time with them now. But we'll
Samay,
try to
are
get
you
him.
saying Sagar is unfortunate?
Yes, but not for other reasons. Not because of this. Okay. H6.
By what other reasons?
Have you seen that video of ours which is going viral?
Which one?
You-
Ours? Which one?
I will send you.
What you sent me yesterday?
Yes.
No. I don't want to watch that again.
That's what I
Are
was
you
talking
talking about your latent show?
Yes.
Yeah.
Acha.
So Sagar bhai,
bhai.
why not you just play H6 right away and prevent bishop G5?
You know, H6 is that kind of a move which is more like you don't want to play it unless it's absolutely necessary. So here, if Gukesh can play something more useful than H6, he would try to do that before.
H6 खेलने मजा आ जाए अभी.
I'm not saying H6 is bad, but I'm saying that he can.
Sagar,
play,
he doesn't care what you're saying. That's why he's
you can play D6 right here. Tanya.
Yeah, those are the two moves that make sense. D6 or H6 in this position. And I think Gukesh is trying to understand how dangerous is bishop G5. Because the line that you pointed out is also very committal, right? Dono pawns agar H6 G5 pe aa jaye, and then you're going into risk territory.
Right.
You know, pawns moving forward, don't move back. Once committed for life, and then that can sometimes be a problem.
What do you think about this herd mentality of chat?
What is going on?
They keep saying claim, 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 claim. And how many times will you tell them that nothing happens by writing claim? One guy writes, everyone writes.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, sometimes I
What are
feel
you claiming?
that
Someone gives a membership and it's very
50
random.
memberships by Gaurav Garg.
It goes to random 50 people. But for some reason, there is a myth in the YouTube chat that if you write claim, you'll get it. And then everyone writes.
By the way, Gukesh did play d6. He did not go h6. Yes. And Castles is on the board. Ding is playing super fast. He has 1 hour 58 minutes 37 seconds. And guys, there's no increment for first 40 moves. And Gukesh has 1 hour 55 minutes. And I'm also very surprised that, guys, everyone is writing claim in the chat, because on ChessBase India, there is no real benefit of the membership. Like on your channel, there is a lot of membership, guys. If you haven't been member on Samay's channel, please become one.
There's so many benefits, right? They help chess.
All money goes to talented youngsters. So there's no benefit to the giver. It actually goes to the players.
When you give with expectation of something, you are just lending. But when you give without an expectation, you are actually giving.
Wow.
So that feeling they are getting by giving money to you.
Of course, applause comes from the gentleman in the crowd.
भाई क्या line बोली मैंने भाई क्या मजा आ गया भाई
भाई ये line
clip it editor
भाई आपने ये line prepare की है पढ़ी है या it came from within you?
Everything that comes from experience, भाई. So nothing is yours.
So have you ever given something without any expectation?
Yes.
Yes. Like what?
My time into this comedy. कुछ नहीं मिल रहा है दोस्तों, बस मजे आ रहे हैं.
भाई तो मजा तो मिल रहा है ना, वो भी नहीं शायद. Okay, so Castles and now Gukesh.
No, but seriously think, guys, like Gukesh today, if he goes like for a bloodbath, then it's a risk that if he loses again, 0 in the match would be very difficult. So I don't think right now he's going to think of anything which is very nasty in the position. And Samay has predicted a draw, so I may say I agree with him.
Really, I have a feeling that they will imbalance the play. What do you think, Tanya?
It really depends on this next move, right? If Gukesh goes castle immediately, then he's ready for a fight, because then he's really inviting bishop g5.
No, but castle, bishop g5, don't you think white is better there
so
or not?
So then it goes into this line with h6, bishop h4, g5. There
Have
is this piece sacrifice. It's too complicated, and I personally do not like these positions with black, because I think white can immediately take knight takes pawn here.
Knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes. And now, let's ask our chat, if black plays king g7, what is the winning move here for white? White to play, guys. What should white play here to win the game? You can just shout out the move.
Yeah.
Knight d5, very good. Good job. So the knight jumps here, a pinned piece must be attacked, and there is no way to defend.
Yes. So you really can't go into this, which means that probably after a move like bishop g5, you have to look at bishop e6, stopping knight d5. I would still expect Gukesh to keep things solid with h6 before he goes in with this idea of short castle. Yeah, as black, I've never liked allowing bishop g5, knight d5 ideas.
Gukesh इतना सोच रहे हैं.
Thinking a
what
lot.
if he's thinking of something else only, like rook b8 or something?
Rook b8.
Rook b8.
Why not?
Interesting.
Hey, what's your idea?
Something else.
It'll be crazy if he plays rook b8.
No, I don't think rook b8, because b5 भी नहीं आ रहा है ना. Maybe bishop e6.
No, but it's interesting what Samay is thinking, that if this knight moves anytime, there will be b5.
Yeah,
ऐसे ही तो novelties होते हैं सागर with creative minds who are not regularly playing chess.
Thanks, yaar.
By the way, a request to the director Saab, if we can also flip the live board, then people can follow it much more easily, because वो white नीचे है.
I'm wondering if
Yes.
Gukesh is actually thinking.
Same, bishop g4.
How did you know?
Let's go.
You know,
This is the reason why we both didn't become GMs.
No, it came into my mind because you said flip the board, and I was like, what if Gukesh flips the idea? Because white has gone short castle.
Castle कर लिया है उसने. अच्छा.
Exactly.
अभी bishop g5.
नहीं, if Gukesh plays bishop g4 with the same idea जो हम white के लिए discuss कर रहे हैं, and he wants to put the knight on d4, is that something that he's thinking? And now bishop h5, g4, knight
And just
takes
take
pawn. Yeah.
Let's
Wow,
go.
that is so cool, Tanya.
तो क्या move आप कह
And
रहे
see
हो?
the bar doesn't
Bishop
move.
g4.
G4.
आप क्या कह रहे हो?
No, am I saying? I don't know. Okay.
Are you saying bishop
okay,
g4?
you know what? I'm saying h6 will happen, but Gukesh is considering bishop g4.
No, choose one.
h6 will happen.
h6, I'm going bishop g4.
Sister.
h6.
रुक भी है.
रुक भी
b8 कौन है? रुक
किसने
b8.
बोला ये?
आप भी रुक b8.
हाँ.
भाई थोड़ा तो लिहाज रखे. वर्ल्ड चैंपियंस.
Okay, but how bad can this move be? Look at the bar. It's not like clearly better.
I
it's
can
not
take
easy
a challenge.
to suggest
If he
such
plays
moves.
rook b8, I'm ready to do anything.
Anything?
Anything.
Oh, now I hope he plays rook b8.
नहीं.
Actually, I mean, the point is, right, rook b8 is a waiting move that doesn't spoil your position. And again, bishop g5 is pointless because you can push those pawns. You haven't castled. So it's actually not a bad move. But, all right.
Tanya डरा मत.
Bishop g4, h6, h6.
He played.
What did he go for?
He goes for h6.
Yeah,
H6.
that's the World Championship move, I think. Not going... I mean, rook b8 is also really good, but...
अभी time लगेगा गुकेश को ऐसा deep understanding to play rook b8.
Maybe if we can just make the move rook b8 and if the bar doesn't move at all, then we'll consider that.
I showed you this move. The bar did not move too much.
नहीं है तू जो बोल
Exactly, yaar. Sagar, I didn't even realize that you didn't hear me.
There is this in
Okay, guys.
is talking to me.
h6 and bishop e3 offering trade, guys. This is looking towards a draw only, I feel.
But Ding is playing so fast, which means he's in his preparation. So doesn't that mean something like he's with white, trying to press, he knows his opening?
I really want to just dive a little bit into the psychology of what you know, with the experience of the matches that we witnessed, but moves are coming in fast and quick.
Gukesh
so
also played bishop e6.
He did.
It's like all the bishops are looking at each. It's like this panel. ऐसे सब एक दूसरे को देख रहे. Can attack each other.
Yeah, the two bishops, At any time we're ready to strike.
There is a tension in the position.
We'll have to maintain that tension. So no simplification. इसमें usually क्या होता है ना, whichever side does trade.
But Ding already played, Tanya.
It benefits the other side. He will not take.
He played a5.
Yeah.
No, can I ask one question? Like instead of a5, if Ding would have taken on e6 first, okay? Amruta, if you can. Yeah, fe, double pawns. Then bishop c5. Then you have like this terrible central e doubled pawns. Doesn't that look ugly?
But you have like a lot of control right now. White doesn't have any breaks. d4 kabhi aane nahi wala. Those d5, f5 squares are controlled. Black will go short castle. Black will have control of the open file. So long term, there will be disadvantages. But pieces jab tak board mein hai in the middle game, knight d4 aa raha hai. In fact, I think black would be doing great here.
Beautiful. Yeah, well explained there actually. This just shows that if a position looks ugly, it doesn't mean bad in chess.
Yeah, because you have to go deeper. It's all about what's inside and what's outside.
Yes.
a5 का क्या idea हो सकता है भाई?
a5. I think gaining space, just not.
Why not a rook e1 develop?
I think he's waiting, no, Tanya, to take on e3 and then fe3 opening the rook.
That's a really good question and a really good point you make. That he's saying ki if you trade on my terms, my rook is better on f1 than it is on e1. So he's hoping ki bhai tum agar bishop e3 lo, ki double pawns ho jaye, my rook is ideally placed for that trade. I think this tension between the bishops has to be maintained.
Yeah, I'm this is a very interesting learning for me as well. Ki a5 is now played and I don't know how Gukesh is planning to maintain the tension. Will he? But the engine...
Yeah, the engine doesn't like
showing,
it.
Is it really? No, not so. Is it so bad?
Okay, what is the move you think?
Bhai, are we paying the producer?
Yes.
भाई तो change करना भाई फिर flip करना भाई live board कर दे भाई.
So the thing is, it's a widget, and that widget is coming from some live source.
My question is, are we paying him?
I don't know.
Then he should figure it out, ना भाई. Please भाई, widget कर दो भाई कुछ. Guys, हो जाएगा.
ऐसे बोल रहे हो, but.
Acha, but first question to all of you guys: A5. Do you think it is a part of preparation, or not.
100%. He's at 158 minutes almost. Though 2.5 minute bhi nahi liya hai, and A5 is not the most traditional move here. This is Richard Rappo. This is the kind of ideas that he comes up with, right? Who's in Ding's team right now.
And it's like Ding is saying, I'm even ready to take small inferior positions to just put pressure on you. This is really killer psychology by Ding.
And this is the point I wanted to bring up, right? A world championship match is like no other. The pressure and the nerves that the players feel, no matter how much we talk about it, it can only be experienced by the two who are sitting inside that fish tank.
Yeah.
You know, Magnus has spoken about how he felt in his round 1 against Vishy. Jan has spoken about in his match against Magnus. Ding felt it in the last world championship match. Ding knows that these first few games are critical to strike on Gukesh's nerves. He did it in game 1 with a choice of French. He's trying to imbalance the position with a move like A5.
And it takes guts to play something like that, you know, because even yesterday he said in his press conference, Ding, ki bhai, मैंने जानबूझ के कुछ अलग खेला जो मैं खेलता नहीं हूँ ताकि वो throw off हो जाए.
Exactly.
Like, who does that in the world championship, right?
But it can only be done by someone who's experienced it. I think last time Ding experienced this coming at him, Nepo beat him in game 2. And so Ding is like, now I can do that on my opponent. And right now, all those who are thinking that Ding will play for a draw are, I think, greatly mistaken. Ding is out here to win his second game.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, he's playing for that. Of course, if Gukesh now keeps his confidence intact and finds the best way forward, of course, he'll get a great position.
I want to push back on that because I think that Ding's approach is he's playing white. He's going to try an opening idea. Agar usko opportunity mili, he will not be like, I will have a KG safe approach. He will take that opportunity, but he's not going to go crazy in this game.
But already he's gone crazy, Tanya.
No, A5 is a little idea. It's a small opening idea.
Think about it. The engine already gives it worse for black after what, 9 moves?
Yeah.
9 moves के बाद कौन सा opening में black is already slightly better? Why would he play something like that when he's prepared for the world championship for... I mean, he said 3 weeks, I was going to say months, but...
Yesterday, in the French, right, the line that he played, he got into opening trouble. He took that risk with the black pieces, right?
Yeah.
It turned around. It's more important who is more familiar with these positions, right? And here, by the way, I sneaked into Amrita's thing here where Gukesh needs to take the decision to take that bishop on c4.
I was going to ask that question to the chat right now, but exactly, why is it...
Can you show that variation? Bishop takes bishop, c4. D takes, then what?
Bishop b4.
Bishop b4.
Oh, you're attacking a5.
Oh my god. And the threat is also to take the knight and then pick up the e4 pawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
wow.
that's actually
but that's forcing, right? Actually, now what is white going to answer?
Knight d5 maybe then.
Wow, this is a... Knight d5, you are saying?
Yeah.
But knight d5, doesn't that drop a pawn on a5?
Yeah, you lose the pawn.
Oh, b4. No, what is happening?
Thank you.
Hey, Amrita, can we make this move? Knight d5 now for white. It's very confusing for me because e4 is hanging, a5 is hanging. So now bishop takes a5, you take the pawn. And what is the compensation?
Ding has, by the way, left his chair, and this has to be prep, right, Amrita? Because you don't give up a pawn. Huh?
Sorry? How? You mean come back? Oh, look at that Ding!
Oh my goodness!
Chilling!
Ding
is chilling!
Chilled water.
पर खाना नहीं खा रहा है वो सिर्फ पानी पी रहा है अभी.
He must be having some nutrition.
It's very important. They really think before they eat anything, unlike what we guys are doing.
When are you going to learn about that, Sagar?
सब खाना इधर है. But I think they have to pace their day, like number of hours. They can't eat anything at the start.
Yeah, this is a very critical moment in this game, and I think, you know, Ding has played a move which loses a pawn on the spot. Samay, you want to show a line?
Yeah, actually, you know, this loses a pawn, but it gains a lot of tempo if Gukesh falls into Ding's prep. What he wants, I think, from these lines that I can see, is in this position, he gives up the pawn, and he goes knight h4.
Wow.
What?
And the idea is that now the knight, the queen is going to come to f3, put more pressure on the knight on f6.
And knight f5 also.
Yes.
Okay, but one second, what about knight d5 over here?
So knight d5, c d5.
Queen h4 takes.
dc6.
Yeah.
And your bishop is
and
hanging.
This is hanging, and if this is hanging.
Oh.
Got it.
So that knight h4 could be a prep.
It's 100% his prep. I have no doubts about it. And it's coming, knight f5 is coming. And look at Ding,
I love
he's
how
really
Ding is so relaxed. Guys, ये World Championship एकदम अलग ही है.
हाँ, he's provoking him.
मैं cutely बैठा है Ding.
Oh, he took.
Bishop takes c4 on the board.
Oh my
and Ding
God.
gets up.
Let's go.
This is classic Gukesh.
भाई मजा आ गया
But
यार.
Sagar, I'm really worried here because this is such a line that you can easily fall for the trap.
Yes.
It's not a trap per se.
It is, no?
Yeah.
Because nothing is direct. Like you take here, bishop b4.
As long as you're feeling confident that the opponent is playing in your prep,
yeah,
you can say it's a mental trap only, no? Because the opponent keeps thinking what is he doing, and this guy knows everything.
You mean that Ding is very confident right now?
Yes.
My thing is that Gukesh has good mentality that in spite of the loss today, he's going for the most critical line. He's not like safe kill lete aaj.
But in this position, I think Gukesh, the player he is, right? He sits, he calculates, he finds his way forward. He knows कि a5 जैसी move के बाद वो कुछ normal chess नहीं खेल सकता. White left side पे space लेगा, right side पे space लेगा. He has to play this kind of chess to keep the balance. And he's gone for the most provocative way.
Amrita,
Sir, I have a question.
Can we put the bishop back because he hasn't played bishop b4?
No, I know, but I have a question because we only saw a mistake, right? For knight d5, if at all, what else did we see? Bishop a5. But what should a black play actually? Because the position looks fine. And I have switched off the engine lines completely over here.
So what happens if you go short castle here? Is my first question. I mean, that's...
You're okay with...
But then Tanya, you didn't win the pawn. No, I'll take your bishop.
Yeah.
And takes, and you're just happy with this position.
Yeah.
Very happy.
I mean, I was thinking if we want to get very critical, why don't we take the pawn on e4? Like if we go back instead of castles. Yeah, this one.
Wow, that looks dangerous.
Then we are like, we won a central pawn.
That makes a lot of
है ना?
sense. Yeah.
Abhi, I think this is the critical line.
Okay, c3.
Has he played 95? No.
Guys,
No.
is it
he
that
has to
bad
play bishop
to
b4.
take the other bishop and play for long-term weakness?
Like instead of bishop b4, Samay is saying ki take on e3.
Like, isn't it much simpler to play?
But ये जो तान्या ने explain किया था that now the white knight can come into the center on d5. Our knight cannot go to d4 because the pawns are controlling. F file is open.
It's
what
an
do you
imbalance.
think?
That
It's
you
an
have to be
imbalance.
happy with.
Yeah. And also, like, you have to deal with knight h4, knight f5 ideas. But I agree. Like, you get those two double pawns. You're playing for strategic advantage. So
Ding looks so focused
he
today.
might do that. No, it's actually Gukesh's move right now.
Yeah.
So Ding's just waiting.
There's some nice smell in that room, I think.
How do you know that? Just looking at it.
Why?
He loves it.
Acha, the nose is moving.
It's the smell of opening preparation coming on the board.
Nice. भाई Ding का जो the way in which he sits, steadiness, doesn't move at all.
Yesterday he was a bit nervous. His hands were going all over the place. Today he's very, very focused.
What a win can do to your confidence, yeah? It's huge.
I don't know.
Especially if you haven't had one for 304 days.
Only if I had a good trainer, I would know.
Somehow we have all forgotten Samay's path to improvement in chess and all.
I think he himself has forgotten about
it. It feels like a very distant dream when you are trying to reach 1800, 1900, 2000.
Now I'm trying to reach 7 million.
Yeah.
So we have two options here. Bishop b4. We saw the idea of bishop e3, which Tanya doesn't like long term, short term.
No, it's not that I don't like it. I think it's a very valid option. Would I play it? No.
Which means you don't like it.
It's very subjective. But I think bishop e3 is definitely on his mind, especially when you had it on the board. You know, we see that the evaluation doesn't change, and it's definitely possible. But I would be scared to play bishop e3 here.
Oh, can we just have a director Saab OP in the chat? Live board has been fixed.
Yeah.
Thank you, director.
Payment initiated, guys.
You know which move? Okay, again, let's do predictions here, right? So you think bishop takes bishop, Sana?
Bishop b4, I think, will be played, but I was just seeing that there's also a possibility of bishop takes e3.
Bishop b4 is actually a very direct and a concrete line. So you think bishop b4, Gukesh?
Yes.
What about you, Sagar?
Yeah, bishop b4, knowing Gukesh, he won't settle for anything less. He will go for the most challenging option. So bishop b4.
But you guys are saying there is nothing else other than bishop e3 and bishop b4, yeah?
You can castle, yes.
I think there's castle. Castle is actually was the move that I was going to suggest.
And there he goes.
Kya khela?
Oh,
Castle.
Oh!
I should have said it 2 seconds earlier. Yeah, I feel castle was the move.
Castle is little bit like throwing water on these, like bishop b4 maza aata tha na?
Bishop b4 is like you burn the bridges, right?
Yeah.
And then there's no point of return. And don't forget the match situation. Bishop
हमें ही आता था मजा बस.
that's the point.
Fast
I
stress हो
feel.
जाता था दोनों को.
You have to be practical right now. And I think bishop takes bishop also equally committal. So Gukesh really wanting to keep this game solid.
Is it fair to say that if the bishops are traded right now, this is heading towards a draw?
Yeah, maybe. Like for example, bishop takes c5, pawn takes. It's such a symmetrical position. Only advantage that white has is that pawn on a5, which gives him more space. But it could also become a weakness.
Correct. We don't know zero hai ya hero.
Oh, he took. And it seems Ding is still in his prep. भाई वो इतना fast खेल रहा है. Takes on c5.
Our live audience is biting their nails, thinking that 500 rupees are gonna get wasted. 10 minutes में game खत्म. Sorry, live audience. Welcome to chess.
Maybe if the game gets over very quickly, we can do something, no, with them.
No, we can just tell them life is unfair. Okay, b3 played, a solidifying move.
But b3, like what is? No,
I'll tell you the
Tanya,
one
I
difference.
can't understand what is happening.
The one difference in this
Adiban.
position is... Huh?
Adiban is happening.
Like what?
What do you mean? Oh, b3, cowboy.
Nice.
But the one difference in this very symmetrical looking position is that white pawn on a5, right, Amrita? What is Ding relying on? That c5 pawn, trying to attack that. It will not be so easy for black to get b6 without creating some weaknesses as it is for Ding to get b3. So even though the position looks toothless, I think there's still something to play for here.
This is such a good point that the knight can go to a4 and attack c5 and b6 खेलना मुश्किल हो जाएगा.
मैं तो toothless line पे ही sold हो गया था भाई. कहाँ से लाती है भाई?
मतलब लग रहा है ना कि कुछ position में हो नहीं रहा था.
Toothless कौन बोलता है? Crazy यार. Educated.
तो समझ नहीं आता कि is it sarcasm?
नहीं, genuinely.
Okay, thank you.
What a vocabulary.
Well, one of the best commentators in the world for a reason, Tanya.
He's sitting next to me.
No, the question is, Tanya, you are here commentating with us. You are one of the best in the world. Why? Why did you decide to?
Because this is a huge moment for all of us, and there's never been a moment like
My
this, and we all had to
answer
come
was
together.
that you guys are also very good.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, I have. ये trap में ही डाल दिया तुमने मुझको.
Okay.
बस queen trade ना हो यही hope करो भाई live audience.
ऐसे क्या है?
Draw.
So once again, so b3 has been played.
I was thinking
My
rook
question
e8.
is e4 is also weak. So when you are looking at the c5 weakness, खुद का भी देख ही लो थोड़ा.
So you will go queen e2, queen e3, knight a4. The point is that a5 is the only thing that's different in this position.
But when you go knight a4, you also have this, then becomes 0.
The a5 pawn is.
It's true. Not easy to get everything.
Oh, I know what
yes.
can be tried. Queen e1. Then queen on e1.
And knight
Oops, yeah.
a4, that's nice.
Defends a5, defends
Lovely.
e4, and then we can. It might not be the best idea, but just a thought.
Because then black has knight d. There are all kinds of things happening, but if there's anything to play for, it's the idea of the a5 pawn.
Guys, you were saying b6 is not possible.
He played it.
So how? No.
Oh.
Oh, we can
So-
play now. That's what you're saying.
Yes, sir. Rook b8.
Oh,
Oh.
rook b8.
फिर समय a6 pawn में problem हो जाएगी when trade होगा ना. You need that rook on a8 to play b6.
Correct. Why
Yeah,
not
how
do
come
it
the
straight
bar
away?
is not saying this is a bad move? Actually, I'm surprised. Yeah.
I'm actually surprised how Ding is sitting. I'm just imagining if he sits like this normally at his home ऐसे ही
Dude, you know they say chess is a lonely game. I feel like this is that photo.
this really
No, it really
feels-
does. It's like the battle inside.
Yeah.
It's like a hospital ward के बाहर बैठा है. खराब न्यूज़ सुनने वाला है बस. Maurice Sash लाके बोल रहा है. Unfortunately, guys.
Yeah. No, it's the other thing they say it's lonely at the top. So this.
But right now, Ding must be feeling really good. You know, he's in his prep.
Yeah. And it's also the kind of position where, you know, there are no big dangers. There's no tactics that you have to be careful about. One of the things that Ding has been struggling over the last year has been that kind of chess, right? So, very strategic fight.
But also imagine, right? Right now, Gukesh is thinking. Ding is not there. He cannot see him. It's a glass box. Everybody is watching him. It's such a difficult thing to do when you're new to it.
So, you know, it's a one-way thing. So, Gukesh actually can't see
I know.
anyone.
I went to the, it was like a mirror.
Yeah,
Like whenever he looks at that, it looks like a mirror.
Like, exactly.
I'm actually very surprised
Can
that
we
it
have a
is
top
mirror.
view?
It is a mirror because generally it is like a dark pane that they can't see outside. Mirror is a little bit disturbing, I would say. You can see yourself all the time. You don't want to be seeing yourself.
नहीं, I am okay with it. सबकी शक्लें नहीं होती भाई वैसे.
Yeah, that's actually interesting.
So if you had to do stand-up comedy, Samay, and in front of you it's a mirror and you don't see the audience.
Stand-up comedy itself is a mirror.
Oh, wow. Today Tanya
जावेद अख्तर बैठा है.
तालियां.
How about Queen E7 here, bhai?
I like it.
Queen E7, I thought knight D5. Attacking the queen and the knight and that pawn on C7.
Suppose you take it?
Then I take with the E pawn.
Knight D4.
And then all of a sudden, you know, white at least looks slightly better.
Yeah.
है ना, white का position सही दिख
Agreed.
रहा है, वो pawn. Oh, and Gukesh drinking water.
You know, in Rai Lopez, there are these ideas where you give up the E5 pawn and then you play rook E8. Do you think something like that can be possible here with a move like knight D4, knight takes E5 and rook E8?
Wow. This is a kind of variation I would never calculate so deeply, but yeah, it looks. But F4 now?
Or knight D3 also maybe. F4 is nice.
F4 just.
F4 knight. F4 is possible. Yeah.
तो pawn मिल गया एक.
Because if I take and go f6, you have a lot of weaknesses here.
I was thinking, why not start with rook E8? Like instead of all this, start with rook E8 here. And then the idea is if you take the queen, I'll take with the other rook. And my idea is also rook knight D4 now coming in.
No, white won't take here for sure. He'll just simply.
So
go.
rook E8, queen E2. I thought just go
Knight
rook
D4.
E1, not allow knight D4. What if we go rook E1 instead of queen E2?
But still knight D4.
Then I want to go knight A4. I'm waiting for you to go knight D4.
Oh, knight A4.
Yeah, so I've defended E4.
Now maybe Samay's move, yeah,
I
B6.
really like black's position. I'm very fine. But the moment I see Ding sitting so itna relaxed, I'm getting worried. कि इतना क्यों relaxed है वो? Like what kind of prep is this?
This will actually put a lot of psychological pressure when the opponent is not in front of you.
Yeah.
Also, वहाँ पे also he has a screen where he can see the game, right?
Yes, yes.
Can he see it
yes.
in 2D or can he see it in 3D?
2D.
And can he see the bar?
That wouldn't be
But he can see it
allowed.
in 2D, right? So maybe that's what he's doing.
Yeah, he's looking at the position. It's right in front of him. That's his line of vision right now. I think that TV in front, we can see the edge of it.
But how do you know if he's watching chess? What if he's watching his childhood photos when he was playing chess, inspiring himself?
There's a world championship going on there. I don't think he's looking at childhood photos right now.
No, playing chess to inspire himself.
You know, it's a really
Or maybe
funny
the
that-
Go Go Gookie song is being played there.
Probably it's being played inside the playing halls. That's why he's leaving bar.
Yeah.
But
No,
you know
were
what
saying?
Amrita said about watching something that inspires you? Ding said it in an interview, right, in the press conference, that to get his confidence back, he wants to look at his past games where he did win and beat all these top guys. So to just feel that you can do it is so important.
Absolutely. It's always very nostalgic when you look at your wedding photos and then you later.
What do you have to say about that, Sagar?
Which she's comparing with past good games. She's saying like, अच्छे games खेले थे, right?
That means currently you're having a downfall or what?
Yeah, I mean.
अभी समय है ना इधर.
तुम लोग हर जगह काउंसलिंग सेशन नहीं बना देते हो भाई.
भाई आप ही बना रहे हो, मैम तो.
Past good memories, marriage. अमृता यार.
Freddy City. Okay, let's go.
Rookie 8, man, come on.
Rookie 8 I like, and I think White can also go Rookie 1 in this position, but yeah, slow game.
Yeah. No, I'm waiting for Gukesh's move because he's thought for 9 minutes in this position. Where for me, Rook E8 seems like a very obvious improving move. So if he comes with something different, it will be very interesting to see.
In fact, there are some people in the chat who has said the move Knight B4 over here.
Knight B4. E5 is not. Is there a tactic after
Yeah,
this?
they want to take on D1 and C2, I think.
But the only point with these trades is you've given a very healthy central pawn for 2 doubled pawns, right?
Yeah.
So that shouldn't favor you.
I don't like it so much.
So Rookie 8, are we all agreeing on this one moment?
I'm going Rookie 8. Anyone in the audience has any other suggestions here for Gukesh? वो इतनी देर सोच रहा है. It's also a good moment for you to think. What would you play here?
Rook B8 seems also an option. Let's not forget Rook B8.
Ever. In every move.
Or, I mean, Rook E8, Knight D4 ही लग रहा है और तो कुछ दिख नहीं रहा. Queen takes D1 is just sad.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going with Rookie 8 on this one.
Yeah,
I feel that's the move.
I think Gukesh is just looking for a plan right now. If not, then if he wanted a
Hey,
draw,
I have one more
he
alternative.
would have gone for Queen D1.
Also, Gukesh is thinking about our show in Habitat. He's like कि थोड़ा तो और खेलता हूँ, so people can sit for longer time. सोच सकता है भाई.
Sometimes I also miss the old Sagar Shah.
Oh, how about Queen E7, Knight D5, Queen D6?
Sorry, Queen E7, Knight D5?
Queen D6.
What did you achieve with that?
Nothing much. I just provoked you a bit.
But you just gave him a better knight.
Everything is not about achieving, Samay.
This is the World Championship, man.
It just feels actually you've improved White's position and not really done much to
I
yours.
don't.
So I'm not
I
sure.
agree with you. So Queen E7 maybe not that great.
Rook E8, man. But
the fact that he's Rookie 8 is a kind of a move that you make a little. I mean, Gukesh is thinking, right? So he could be looking at what's the follow-up. But I wonder what's the alternative in his mind right now. And he trades queens. He trades queens.
Yeah, 500 रुपया.
भाई कुछ बोल नहीं सकते, ये पोजीशन मतलब कुछ भी हो सकता है.
Yeah, queen takes queen you play when you've calculated your way through to a line where you think you've achieved absolute equality.
Yeah, it's such a committal idea. And now if Ding takes the queen back very quickly, I'll be very surprised because he can. Oh, what?
Of
इतना
course.
फटाफट.
Otherwise, why will he be sitting there in the players restroom?
भाई ऐसे ही खेल दिया यार उसने. उधर other rook अमृता, other rook.
Because A5 has to be defended.
No,
so
but I thought A5 मारेगा, E5 मारेगा. At least he has to calculate that.
Oops, sorry.
But he's just
but
doing
then
it.
yeah.
So he's
Takes.
prepared. ये भी preparation.
So
Actually,
you're saying
even this was
preparation
working.
from Ding's end.
Yeah.
Why would he prepare for a draw?
No, he's not preparing for a draw. That's what I'm saying. That
You are saying that
sometimes
there's something
there is a
deeper here.
small edge here for White which Ding must have studied.
Yeah, and also like wherever Gukesh goes wrong, he's quickly getting into problems. So it's a amazing novelty which is found today.
Listen, is knight a4 a threat? If let's make a non-move for black, okay, something that doesn't
King
change.
H7.
Let's just see that.
King H8.
Because I see e4 is hanging, but knight a4 takes away b6. Is anything working after knight a4? Knight takes pawn, rook d7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't look that great.
So knight a4 is not something to worry about at this point then.
But you will go rook d8, no? The most natural move, you want to challenge the open file.
And how are you responding to knight d5 there? You take on e4. Sorry,
The same idea which you had mentioned, you're taking a doubled pawn.
Yes, but...
See, whatever Ding's idea is, has to be on his queen side.
Oh, Gukesh played the move, by the way. Gukesh played rook a8.
He played the same idea as Amrita, but different rook.
And now, huh?
Whatever Ding's idea is, has to be on the queen side, right?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
he's prepared a5.
Yes.
So maybe we can see something like a rook b1 or I don't know, some ideas there with the pawn break coming in from the queen side.
Yeah, possible.
For white? Pawn break?
In fact, pawn breaks are better, Samay, if we can find a way to attack that c5 pawn
Yes, you
with
have
our
to get
knight.
knight
And
a4.
Tanya has been mentioning knight a4. But how do you guys like this idea? Knight e1.
d3.
Knight e1. Go back to d3. Play f3. King f2. King e3. Amrita, thoda
that's
arrows.
amazing.
Ho jaye.
That's a
f3
great
king
idea.
and then c5 is weak. You can't play b6 easily because a6 hangs. So it all feels a little bit like coming together, yes? This
Yes.
move.
Very
Knight e1.
nice.
I really like knight e1. I think that's the way. That's why Ding recaptured with that f rook as well. So knight e1 doesn't block that rook. It just suddenly there's harmony, right? Your king's coming out, e4 is getting defended, you're getting to c5.
But knight e1, a backward knight move is not a very easy move.
No, but it would be his preparation. He would know these ideas.
But abhi wo sochne laga hai.
That's fine, but generally you have a whole perspective when you've prepared like this.
She knows from her last World Championship match.
अरे
No,
भाई
Amrita has played
इतना
World
COB देखा है ना
Championship
समय
under 14.
Oh.
Under 16 सागर.
Under 16, sorry.
क्या सागर इतना भी नहीं पता.
No, but COB भी देखा है ना सागर.
Oh. हाँ, COB में जो prep होता था, that was very intense. No, everyone who used to prepare really hard.
3, queen f7.
No, not queen f7, but rap songs and...
Okay, but how dangerous are you finding this positionally? Because I do think that there is going to be a lot of pressure on Gukesh.
I'm a bit worried about knight d4 here. Black puts the knight on d4.
But no threat because that knight on e1 defends c2, so maybe you can continue with your plan, right?
f3, yeah?
Yes.
Acha. And then again knight a4 remains a threat.
It remains, and you can always sort of, maybe use the other rook to defend c2. Just be careful not to put it on a2 because of knight e2 tactics. But let's say rook c1, knight d3 will come anyways. And knight a4 is also...
Yeah, rook c1, knight.
Or knight a4 next is coming up.
Yeah.
Actually, knight a4 is a big threat. Sorry.
You know, Tanya, I think you, I don't know, Amrita, are you liking this position or Samay, are you liking?
For what? For
I'm not
Gukesh?
liking for Gukesh.
No, I
I'm
think
just saying the position, is it interesting for you guys? Because I think a lot of people here and even on the chat might find this position boring.
It's heating up, I will say.
Heating up, but like the thing is, most of the times people are used to tactics, attacks, defenses, and so on. How does this position look interesting and exciting?
Like if a move like knight e1 happens, then it becomes very interesting. So it is
like for you, why do you think this is interesting for you?
Because then it will become an endgame fight, no? So we just want to see a fight as a spectator कि भाई लड़ाई हो कहीं पे कुछ risky
Slow है
decisions
तो
हो
भी चलेगा आपको.
Slow है अगर build हो रही है एक लड़ाई की तरफ जहाँ पे important decisions लेने पड़ेंगे जहाँ पे छोटी सी गलती का भी scope ना हो. I want to reach that point as soon as possible.
Nice.
So if that point is reached any time in the game, it's an interesting game. But अगर ऐसा हो गया कि equally रहा everything you have 10 options all are good, then it's a boring game.
Correct.
So here with a move like knight e1, if we can show our live audience, the problem is that black has no ideas. Like you go knight e1, let's say you exchange the rooks,
Yes.
take.
I was thinking take and is a5 pawn hanging?
Knight a5, okay, knight a5 is hanging, yes.
है ना?
But then knight d3 anyway.
Attacking c5 and e5.
And now the problem is that black बहुत बंधा हुआ. He has to play a move like knight d7.
I would play knight d7
defend both the
defending
pawns,
both.
and
Yes.
knight d5 comes in now.
Attacking c7, I would push you away with c6.
Are you sure? You
Yeah.
wanna allow knight e7 check?
Knight e7 check. King.
Look at the knight on a5. That knight on a5, you have to be careful. It can get trapped at some point. It's got no squares.
Correct. It looks completely.
Isn't it looking like white is in the driver's seat?
But pawn down, you are.
How are you?
No, how do you continue
the,
here?
The coordination is terrible.
Samay, how would you continue?
I don't know, but it just
Maybe
looks.
f3 kya? Just play normally. Play on that knight on a5. कि वो game के बाहर.
But I will attack your knight on e7, rook e8. You give me 2 moves and I should be okay.
Okay, maybe not f3, then something else.
I think even f3 is fine. Rook e8, knight f5, you just play this position because black's knight on d7 is stuck forever. You know, I think you have to go b6, knight b7.
b6 कर सकते हैं ना?
Yeah, and then knight d6, how are you responding? Or knight b4 ideas. I mean, there are a lot of things to
even this is a pin,
out.
you can't just move. Oh, so it's a great variation actually. What
this is a critical line. Why? Because if Ding has to play knight back to e1 in that position, if we go back, he has to be okay with giving up that a5 pawn. He has to calculate rook takes rook, rook takes rook, और फिर वो pawn मर रहा है.
And I think it's more than calculation, he has to evaluate that position, right? There is no direct path to victory after sacrificing the pawn. But just feeling that you kind of entrenched all of black's pieces into no movement territory, restricted their activity, and you want to play this position down a pawn for advantage. That's the hard part. Right. To evaluate that as you're playing for advantage.
Yeah. By the way, look at that photographer there just sitting. Is he? We haven't seen him, no, Amruta? Who is he?
Seems to be from Singapore.
Yeah, someone new.
Ding is deep in his calculations, so it's most likely कि वो knight e1 ही सोच रहा है भाई.
Yeah.
क्योंकि और कुछ
it's
भी
going on in his
अगर
mind.
आप rook b1 भी सोचो, it's a waiting move. He would have played already. क्यों नहीं rook b1? It's a good waiting move.
But rook, अच्छा इधर नहीं इधर नहीं अमृता rook है board पे.
यहाँ पे.
हाँ, this is the live board.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
नहीं, rook ab1.
ab1.
Rook ab1 का.
Like if you wanna wait.
What is your obsession with the b file?
मुझे लगता है वहाँ कुछ attack आना चाहिए c3 b4 करके.
This is a very weird move. I mean, it is a.
It's a waiting move. If black takes, rook takes rook.
But it's such a high class move, no? Like I cannot expect from.
Sorry भाई.
तुम्हें waiting move चलना है तो h3 चल दो.
King f1
King f1 चल दो.
मेरे को c3 b4 करना है.
ये c3 b4 is not waiting समय. It's an active idea you have in your mind.
तो वो करने के लिए waiting move करना पड़ेगा ना rook b1.
हो सकता है. If he plays rook b1 again, I can
do anything. You are playing fire here.
That is knight e1 gonna happen or not?
Yeah, knight e1.
Yeah, let's
I have
spread
a huge feeling it will happen.
Knight e1 will be crazy.
It depends on how long he is thinking. Right now, he has been thinking for
9 minutes 17 seconds. Can we go full screen on Ding once?
And also, not just Ding. Can we have a side, both of them on the screen?
Gukesh नहीं है ना board पे. I think he went.
चलेगा ना तो एक hall का view.
है. Oh wow.
Let's have this.
This is a nice view.
Correct.
हाँ ये सही view है. Oh, he played. Oh, by Samay, he was almost
बच
there.
गए भाई.
Rook C1.
अभी दूसरी शादी करा था मैं.
भाई ये वो अगर आप बोलते ना तो मैं पक्का बोलता I would do anything if we played this move. This is such a weird move. No?
Absolutely.
Do you think his idea is finally, you agree to me, Rook, that he wants to go c3 and b4 at one point?
Could be now.
No, his idea is to, he didn't like giving up the pawn, rook takes rook. He wants to go knight e1 without allowing rook takes rook and knight takes pawn.
Oh.
Yeah. Nice.
He did not want to evaluate that position as he's trying because that was the tough part.
No, but then if you go knight e1, Tanya, there is also rook d2 which you have to take care of.
But then knight d3, knight d4, I mean, yeah.
Also knight b4. जैसे knight e1 गए, I have knight b4.
Sorry. Abhi, right now what you will play? With the
just
black
make
pieces?
arrows like knight e1.
He's saying now knight b4 because
and knight
e5
b4
impression.
And you cannot come to d3.
But our idea is to go f3, knight a4, no? Don't forget that. That's our long-term plan. But I think Amrita's point ki rook is coming to d2 is something to be careful about after knight e1.
Yeah, my point is Gukesh is not going to just sit quietly. He will keep finding some counterplay.
You know, guys,
rook
here
c1 is
with bringing the rook to c1 is actually not a great idea for white, because now if we go to that line which I was pointing out earlier, if you go, for example, a move like knight d4 and let's say knight takes e5, if you can make the moves, rook e8, f4, Now knight takes e4 is possible.
Whoa, let's ask the chat. What happens if white takes this
Aye,
knight on
amazing.
e4?
Yeah, if knight e4, what does black do?
f6 कौन बोल रहा है बे?
Yes. f6 a better move. There is a better move. Knight e2.
But it's combining the two ideas.
Yes.
Knight e2, first you take the rook and then eventually f6 is the correct way to go.
पहले check, take the rook and then play f6.
So basically अगर गुकेश को फायदा उठाना है इस पोजीशन का तो knight d4 is what he has to play to make use of to make an active move basically.
Correct. Knight d4 looks like a very interesting move, but then knight e1, no? Again, that is the plan. Knight e1, knight d3.
But then you cannot really move this knight from c3 easily.
But the point is to go f3, king f2 next, Amrita, and then you go knight a4. Because you have to be... The drawback of knight d4 is that rook d2 is not possible. And this is what I love about endgames, right? You were asking how rich they are. There are these small, subtle points. भाई knight b4 पे रखना है कि knight d4. दोनों में advantages, disadvantages, which can be actually quite important in these positions.
Acha, why are we not following the classic chess and just doubling the rooks on the d file?
Like how?
Rook d6, rook f d8.
But she did that.
Yes.
Amrita and you both thought
Are aligned.
same.
Oh, okay.
देखो उसने वही move किए.
अरे क्या बात है?
क्या बात है भाई? बढ़िया बढ़िया.
So knight a4, what do you want?
So when you went over here, knight e1, rook d6, f3, rook d8. Now you had to go king f2, stop knight e2.
भाई यहाँ लाइव बोर्ड लगा था तो मुझे दिख नहीं रहा है.
ये वाला या ये?
ये है ना लाइव बोर्ड ये
जो
रहा.
अमृता बना दी.
वो ये रहा.
Analysis.
हाँ, but वो उधर लगा सकता है क्या?
कोई नहीं ऐसे देखेंगे.
That would be a good idea. Maybe we'll take a break very soon, right?
नहीं यहाँ आप दिख रहा है. आप थोड़ा पास आ जाओ ना.
Sorry, क्या?
Is that better?
Yeah, much better. Thank you. So yeah.
Now? Oh.
What happened?
What?
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 What is this?
What just happened?
Wow, समय वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप खेल रहा है क्या? डुप्लीकेट रोल. क्या है?
अरे हटाओ यार यार. अरे मोटा हूँ यार उसका.
Oh, that was so cool.
You were there, then suddenly Gukesh came.
Amazing, amazing.
What a transition.
इसको तो बोनस मिलना चाहिए.
When you don't mess with the director, Saab. Samay, you know. Now you know what can be done.
But yeah, after you've doubled, इसके बाद क्या? So now knight a4 is the threat. I was thinking if we can stop with Samay's ideas which he wanted to play b6 or b5.
Yeah. You know, I just feel that this is such a smart opening choice by Ding and his team, right? Often sort of called the anti-young player chess. What is Gukesh's biggest strength are these complicated middle games that he plays. He calculates, he's concrete in his calculation, he's an absolute beast. And kind of choosing this structure, which in some ways Gukesh, to keep things solid, has to get the queens off the board.
True.
He's taken away a big risk factor from game 2.
Yeah, I like this, the word anti-young player approach. Because, yeah, now there are no tactics. धीरे-धीरे खेलना है.
Yeah.
Rook c1, very strange
No,
move,
actually, guys, just to take a step back, this is a very weird move. Like, seriously, it is not a move
Absolutely.
that... It's one of those moves, right? Where you need to break the theory to know... You need to know the theory to break it. Like,
Correct.
you have a good open file, d file. आपने क्यों उसको वापस दिया?
Yeah.
It's that mysterious rook move. कि समझ में ही नहीं आया क्यों किया है.
हाँ.
And then you understand.
मतलब किताबों में this is a bad move.
Right.
I
But
think, yeah.
किताब के बाहर खेला है भाई ने कुछ.
It's probably the only move that's weirder than rook b1 is rook c1.
That's a good way to put that. True.
Rook
in the
c1.
position.
Like, why would you give up the open file, yaar?
This knight e1, knight d3 only seems the idea, but it also is looking very slow. So there could be some other thought that Ding has in his mind which we are not thinking.
Does he just want to bring his king like this? But check and all, you don't like it over there.
I mean, my explanation, the only thing that immediately stands out is that Ding did not want to allow rook takes rook and the a5 pawn is weak because the knight is overloaded defending e4. You can't recapture it with the knight. the c3 knight amda,
Yeah.
and the a1 rook is defending a5. He doesn't want to trade rooks, and that's why he put it on c1.
Do you think also maybe he could have been afraid of knight b4?
Yeah, and from that square, it also defends the c2 pawn in many lines. So he's like, I don't want to trade rooks. Where do I move it? I move it to a square where it defends the c2 pawn for future threats with knight d4 or knight b4.
But generally that does happen when we think that there is no entry for your opponent's rook. But here it's not like that. That is why I'm very much wondering about this idea.
Correct, but every move pe they are thinking for 7, 8, 9 minutes. It is becoming such like a slow moving game.
And aaj Gukesh is
lower
on time, yeah?
Because it's a very critical game for Gukesh, yeah. He at all costs has to hold this one. I mean, if he gets an opportunity, great, but it's hard to imagine that from the position that we've had.
If you lose today,
yeah,
then I think this match will have a completely different narrative. Ki Gukesh might just become like favorite say within 2 games, someone who will never be able to win like this match. ऐसे सब होने लगेगा. You know, the narratives will change totally.
It's a very important match. Yeah. Sagar bhai, how much time has Ding spent so far?
14 minutes.
14 minutes.
14 minutes only?
Yes.
Baapre.
And on the other hand, 43, right? 43 minutes by Gukesh.
Yeah, let us remind the chat कि भाई for the first 40 moves आपको कुछ भी time extra नहीं मिलता है. 40 moves होने के बाद आप दोनों को आधा घंटा मिलता है extra with an increment of time. So right now on move number 14, Gukesh has 1 hour 17 minutes. So he has 26 moves to reach the time control.
Bhai, Samay bhai, we have a super chat. Mervin D'Souza says, Samay bhai, PG rating क्या है commentary का? इसका क्या मतलब?
Goda respectable guys.
What does that mean?
कि भाई
Parental
Goda
guidance.
status, parental guidance.
Oh, अच्छा. हाँ.
So it's PG-13.
Oh, parental guidance. मेरे को समझा ही नहीं PG का क्या mean.
गाली दे सकते हैं कि नहीं पूछ रहा है.
अच्छा, हाँ, correct. नहीं दे सकते भाई.
Unless सागर भाई with पूनम पांडे. इस पैनल पे आप कहाँ किस साथ बैठे हो देख रहे हो?
We were sitting here only for India's Got Latent.
Yes.
Yeah, many amazing shows have happened here. I think Balraj bhai there has really made Habitat into like a hotbed of interesting stuff. No, that is happening.
We just said it's a PG rating.
Something or the other keeps happening here.
Hotbed.
भाई इन्होंने बोला toothless तो बोले wow great English. मैं hotbed बोला तो
Yeah,
बोले
but the two
hotbed.
words have completely different vibes and meanings.
Yeah, what kind of a metaphor is? What kind of analogy is hotbed?
I thought hotbed is something where there's a lot of activity happening.
Just let's stop.
Keeps
Sagar.
making it worse.
Let's stop. Yeah. I think Sagar means it like a hotbed where you produce a lot of talent. And
Wow. Oh, yes. Made it even worse. Keeps getting worse.
Maybe we can go for the full screen when
Maybe we can go for a short break now.
I agree.
And see you all on the
Time
other
out.
side in like 5 minutes. Thank you.
Gemini, can you help me plan my 3-day vacation?
Generate a photo of a muscly capybara.
Explain the concept of supply and demand with OpenStax.
Hi Gemini, quiz me on the rise of industrialization.
Can you help me find an email?
Yeah, I can help with that.
This December, the world's top chess minds clash in the heart of New York City at the FIDE World Rapid and Blitz Championship. Witness world number 1 Magnus Carlsen and other stars from across the globe. Rapid and Blitz, chess in its most thrilling form, unpredictable and unforgettable. Fast moves, tactics and blunders, and moments that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Witness the pinnacle of chess excitement. Get your tickets now at worldrapidandblitz.fide.com.
Want to play chess but don't know how to get started? Try chess.com. Play for free against someone at your level or challenge one of our friendly computer bots. Trying to improve your chess? Learn the Queen's Gambit and other openings with guided interactive lessons. Like chess but don't want the pressure of playing games? Chess.com has hundreds of thousands of fun puzzles to help you relax and sharpen your mind. Play your friends, make new ones around the world, follow the latest games, and more. Sign up and play for free at chess.com today. A premium membership at chess.com will help you improve your game with full access to a powerful set of learning tools. Unlimited tactics let you practice like a master, with more than 50,000 puzzles to challenge you at every level. Our library of interactive chess lessons, created by master coaches, will enhance every aspect of your game. And after each game you play, the computer analysis feature will give you feedback on every move you play, turning every game into a chance to learn. And that's not all. Premium benefits also include unlimited tournaments, video lessons, the opening explorer, and much, much more. Upgrade now to take your game to the next level.
What's the best way to follow any chess event, from the World Chess Championship to the candidates, the Speed Chess Championship, Title Tuesday, and so much more? Chess.com/events has all of the top chess tournaments played both over the board and online. Analyze and review games from the world's greatest players with live commentary, cloud analysis, opening explorer, and table bases. Find all the key event information, including schedules, prizes, results, news reports, player bios, tie breaks, and more. Even compete by voting for your predicted results. Explore chess.com/events today on web or with our iOS and Android apps and experience chess like never before.
One of the key aspects that stops the progress of many chess players and puts them in an extremely difficult situation is finances. Over the years, thousands of chess players have left the sport because of lack of funds. This is the reason we came up with the Help Chess Foundation. There are people out there who want to support Indian chess players, and there are chess players in need of funds. We at Help Chess wanted to act as a bridge. A transparent and accountable bridge where every single penny that the donor contributes is put to use in a way that it powers Indian chess. Over the last 6 years of activity, Help Chess has raised over 1 crore rupees. We have had many scholarships like the MKG Scholarship, Pursue Your Chess Scholarship, Muralidhar Jalan Foundation Scholarship, Sadhana App Sponsorship, Bijay Rajni Scholarship, Sarada Scholarship, S. Krishnan Scholarship, Pursue Your Chess Scholarship, and many more. It has benefited more than 75 players from getting good training to being able to travel to tournaments to working with better technology. Help Chess has tried to ease the lives of chess players and support them to move in the direction of their goal. All the amount that is raised for chess players is then transparently updated on the ChessBase India website. But we have always wanted to improve the experience of our donors, and that's the reason why we have ensured that the charitable trust is now ATG compatible. The donors now get tax benefits. We also now have a CSR number, which means that companies with CSR funds can utilize their money for the right cause of powering young talents in the country. When you visit the Help Chess website, you will see 2 ways to contribute: Believer and Big Believer. As soon as you donate, your name is updated in the Recent Believers section at the bottom of the website. You will also see the initiatives taken up by the Help Chess Foundation that have been transparently mentioned through the linked articles. If you click any of the articles, you will get an update of all the people who have contributed. In the year 2022-23, Help Chess managed to raise 26 lakhs, and in the year 23-24, we raised 54 lakhs. Our hope in the coming years is to support more than 1,000 chess players and ensure that no talent in Indian chess is wasted due to lack of funds. We hope that you will join this initiative to power chess in India. ChessBase 18 is a powerful software where you can save your games and analyze them. You can also create databases and manage them. It's a powerful tool for any serious chess player and is used by all the top grandmasters in the world of chess. Carlsen, Anand, or any other tournament player uses this. The best database that works along with ChessBase 18 is Mega Database 2025. The database opens inside of ChessBase and has over 11 million games, with 113,000 of them being analyzed and annotated by top grandmasters across the world. The biggest advantage of this database is that you can search any position and get to know who has played it before with the reference feature. You can also prepare professionally against your next opponent, which will help you gain precious rating points in your next round. Get the ChessBase 18 and Mega Database 2025 now. Link is in the description.
And we're back.
Welcome back, guys. Samay,
Haji.
do you have ChessBase 18?
No, but I have Chess.com Diamond membership.
Wow.
Which is way cheaper than ChessBase 18.
If you guys don't have a Diamond membership,
Then you can go
get
to
it.
Lee Chess, which is way cheaper than Chess.com also. But it doesn't have the same features like the deep analysis that Chess.com offers. Chess.com is really the best. एक बार जोरदार तालियां for Chess.com यार. सही किया ना यार?
सही था भाई. 7 days of membership, and also in the description we have the clubs of Samay, Tanya, ChessBase India, so you can also
Club
be
खोल
part
दिया
of the club. Yeah.
और क्या होता है क्लब में?
वहाँ पे जाके you can be a member and then there will be events that will be played.
डांस वांस नहीं.
Dance नहीं, वो वाला
It's a
club
different
नहीं.
kind of club.
But you were saying something about this very expensive software.
No, I was just asking you whether you have it, and I knew you would give this answer. So.
No, but you can please plug your.
No. I wanted the other plug.
Okay. You didn't want ChessBase 18 plug.
No, I know what you will say, so I knew what.
He was setting you up for the punchline.
How much does a ChessBase 18 software cost?
4,000 rupees or something.
Per month?
No, for lifetime.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's expensive.
That's expensive, but I think good players use it to prepare. But yeah, let's see. For
Gukesh,
now,
अभी भी think tank में यार.
Gukesh has been thinking, if we have that widget, how much time did he think for the last move? 18 minutes 35 seconds. So in fact, we went on a break. We saw different ads. Google Gemini, World Rapid and Blitz, Chess.com ad, ChessBase, Help Chess, and Gukesh did not make any move.
Absolutely, and generally in a classical game, it's considered that 20 minutes is maximum you can think in a critical situation.
Yeah.
So what do you say about this, Tanya?
That Rook C1, this last move by Ding has really thrown him off. I think we're not the only ones who are surprised. It's something that was not on Gukesh's radar at all. So even if objectively, according to the computer, there might have been something better, practically this is such a clever decision by Ding.
Yeah, I agree. It has served its purpose of making Gukesh think. And right now, Gukesh is almost down to an hour on the clock, and we are on move number 14.
14th. And there was a super chat where Cricket Outlook had mentioned about the idea G5 here. What do you think about this? I thought it was a pretty interesting move.
I thought it weakens the F5 square, but maybe it's not so easy to take advantage of that.
Yeah,
square.
I mean, you have to decide where do you want to go. यहाँ पे या यहाँ पे.
Right. Yeah, G5 looks interesting.
It's a summer style move, no? G5.
Very aggressive.
When he sees such a move, he just makes it.
Yeah, but moves like these long term are very weakening, right? You have to be very sure of it. I mean, if you don't have a follow up, you've just left behind all these light square weaknesses. One day a knight arrives on e3 and then suddenly you're regretting your decision to push the pawn on g5. And these are slow positions. So you have to keep in mind these strategic aspects and not go for attacking tactical chess.
But let's say you have a choice, okay, Samay? Like right now, let's say you can save a lot of money for the future, or you spend all of it and you travel everywhere. Maybe you go to Mars and whatever. Like you might have that much money. I don't know. So what would you choose?
You can do both.
You can't do
you
both.
You can save some. You can travel with the remaining. No, why do you have to spend all?
So moderation.
Yeah.
So
सब कुछ नहीं होता है ना पर.
G6 would be Samay's choice actually.
No, okay, if you're asking me like that, I would, to be honest, play Rook D7.
Oh. You want to double up on the D file?
What else? I just want to bring Rook up.
Same, we continue, let's say, one last time with the analysis.
One last time, why, bro?
Because we kind of looked at this idea, no? Doubling the rooks.
I think when the knight goes to e1, you want to play knight b4, right? Yeah. Stopping knight d3. Just a little prophylactic move. At least delaying knight d3.
But oh, this is looking really bad. You understand how?
Wait. Can I try to think? And a chat maybe.
Yeah, maybe you guys can tell. Why did this move suddenly give such a big edge to white?
And it's connected to Rook D7 actually.
Yeah. But maybe not directly on this move.
Okay, then maybe we're thinking about different moves.
I know.
I think Amrita knows what I want. I don't know what you want.
You of course want knight a4, right?
And knight e4, f3, and then take on c5, and d7 is hanging in b7.
Yes. f3, I didn't see f3. Okay, very nice.
Oh, yeah.
And Gukesh actually hasn't made his move. He's now opening a bottle of water, drinking.
It's a lot of water.
It's like somehow he's a bit confused with what to do, right? Because generally you make a move and drink water. Like, ho gaya mera move. ये move के बीच में पी रहा है.
But almost the full bottle he finished. मतलब कितनी प्यास लगी थी उसको सोचो.
I feel like chess is the only sport where we break down a player drinking water in so much depth. The deeper meaning of it.
क्यों क्रिकेट में ऐसा नहीं होता कि क्रिकेट में ग्राउंड पे they are drinking water ऐसा नहीं होता है? You guys have watched cricket.
Yeah, no, it happens. Like generally when I was young, I used to be like when in between the overs, they used to call the drinks man and they would be come with a message and all like ऐसे सब tactics होते थे.
You know, guys, now according to my calculation, Gukesh can only afford to spend 2.5 minutes per move. 2.3 minutes to be precise.
But you know, yesterday Gukesh made like his last 6 moves in 40 seconds. So.
But we saw what happened.
Yeah.
So we have to be a bit more.
He has to be careful. True.
Efficient with the time, I think, right now. No?
He's gone into a bit. You know, looking at Gukesh over the last few minutes, you can feel that he's not being able to find a path forward here.
Yeah.
He's struggling with decisions. He's trying to calm himself down, whether it's him closing his eyes right now, taking a sip of water. And the reason for that, it's at the superficial level, it looks like everything's fine for black. But the problem is that every move, जैसे हमने देखा rook d7, knight जब c5 पे आएगा दोनों attack हो जाएंगे. Knight तुम d4 पे रखो तो problem है, e5 hanging है. Every move has its own set of drawbacks.
Correct.
So he has to navigate through those paths, and it's not as easy as it might appear at first sight looking at this position.
Yeah, and I'm actually really Gukesh doesn't do this often. Aakh band karke sitting in between the game. He would do it at the start of the game. That's all. But here he's doing this. I think this is something where as you rightly said, he's missing some moves in his calculation, and somehow he's not very comfortable.
You know, guys, what the engine is suggesting?
Yeah.
A move like also h5 is possible.
Yeah, that's the top engine move.
Yeah,
H5.
and g5. h5 and g5 are good moves. That's what it's suggesting.
H5.
And for me, Sagar as a player, these two moves are probably the most difficult moves to make in this position.
Correct.
h6 खेल के तुम h5 कर रहे हो. Attack थोड़ी ना है इसमें कहीं.
And g5 तो फिर भी it makes sense that you want to go g4. But h5 का क्या logic क्या है? मतलब why would you play it?
Exactly.
Yeah, let's try to understand. If knight e1, white continues with the plan.
No, but h4 first, no? Just prevent everything from that side.
Could
Instead
be.
of knight even.
No, you were just waiting actually. You know what?
It's a waiting move, you're right.
Rook d2 now.
Rook d2, okay.
And then they can actually... Could there be such a draw?
No.
No?
No, come on. No draw. No
Draw
draw.
करनी होती पहले ही Ding ने कर लिया होता exchange.
Correct.
Ding is playing psychologically.
Krish Patel in the chat is saying Rook d6 is best according to Stockfish 17.1.
But guys,
This is a
humans
more
are
normal
playing.
move. Yeah, but rook d6 out of the three to me is the most natural move with the idea that you mentioned of getting the rook to d8 and doubling up on the d file.
Do you think Gukesh will be happy with a draw in this situation?
I think so.
Absolutely.
100%.
आज का दिन, you know, once Vishy Anand had mentioned, if you have had bad days, just draw so that it becomes like a neutral day and then you go to the next day to win. Never try to win. I mean, not never, but don't try to win when you have lost because it could lead to another loss.
Yeah. Isn't it a very classic kind of a thing? Maybe Botvinnik or somebody had mentioned about it.
I think so, and many strong
Smith
players
love.
or experienced players do this a lot.
We have this saying, right, to stop the bleeding. And I think here it equates to your emotions are so high after a loss that sometimes, like in life on high emotions, you take these decisions which you come to regret. you can do that on the chessboard as well. So calm that down and then make the decisions. By the way, the more I look at it, the more I understand this, that why rook d6 and not rook d7, right, Amrita? Because on the d7 square, your rook is more vulnerable to threats on that c5 pawn when the knight lands, which is why the computer likes rook d6 more.
And also, Tanya, rook d6, if knight a4 move, which we were here, the knight, okay, you can take the e4 pawn, but the knight has the d7 square to defend c5.
Yes.
So that is useful to keep the rook on d6.
Additionally, yes.
Someone asked why are they writing the moves down on the score card?
I think
थोड़ा handwriting का practice चालू रहेगा. नहीं?
For me, it's like writing the moves is a connection
एक अमृता का bombing compilation बनाना ना एक बार कोई.
Is the connection of tradition in chess. Like William Stenitz was writing his moves, who was the first world champion, and now Ding, who is the 17th world champion, is still writing his moves. So that is one thing that connects.
So it's like the claim.
Right now it is become pointless because of the DGT boards and all moves being udhar 3 arbiter.
Yes sir, he goes for knight d4. Game is gonna be crazy if he takes knight e5. Let's go.
Whoa.
So this was a line I mentioned before. You remember knight e5?
Yes, the tactics. Then knight. Then you
rook
take
e8.
knight into pawn. Rook e8, knight into pawn. Let's
What
show
was
that
the
one
line?
more
Can
time.
you? Yeah,
No,
can
knight
you show?
takes
Knight takes e5.
Ah.
Rook e8.
Rook e8, f4 and knight.
Actually, kudos to Samay. Really, he spotted this really in advance, like 20 minutes ago. So really amazing, Samay.
I love chess.
Well done. सच में अच्छा है. It was very. It's amazing.
So
Yeah, now how would you suggest for white to continue then, Samay, if you have suggested this idea?
I mean, I would love for a knight e5 move so that the game heats up.
Heats up, but black is complete. Isn't black better in that line at the end?
There was
That's what
one
I-
So it
thing,
heats up for
no,
Gukesh,
there was
yeah.
one thing which we missed in that line. Knight takes, rook e8, correct? f4,
Yes.
knight takes pawn, knight takes knight,
Mm-hmm.
knight e2 check,
Mm-hmm.
king f2, knight takes c1, and now we took rook c1, allowing f6. But we don't need to perhaps take rook takes c1 here because the knight is almost trapped there on. So I don't know. I'm just saying like this analysis can go even more fine-tuned here.
No, but what will you play, Sagar? Because if you go back to cover this, because after f6 the knight is escaping.
Also, rook d1 is coming in,
Yeah.
so lot of. I don't think there's a way to make it all work where you defend
Okay,
your
but
knights.
here there is some move because the
Is
bar
there?
says.
Must be knight takes pawn, right?
Yeah, knight f6.
Oh, I was also looking at knight f6. I was thinking about c5.
Oh no, you lose the tempo.
But
in this.
knight c5, oh,
Also
knight
does-
c5, fe5,
Yeah.
knight takes b7, but that also looks bad. Rook is
Wait,
coming
there
in.
is some move. Maybe chat you can also try
Yeah,
to
guys,
find.
what do you do here? Because if you think about it, knight moves and the other knight falls. So then you will be an exchange down. So there has to be something very, very
Subtle,
tricky.
it's not
Yeah.
easy.
Very interesting.
Can't be knight g5, no?
Whoa.
No, this is no. Bahar was like, "क्या हो गया भाई?" Oh, I know. I think I know the idea. Can I say?
Yes.
King e3, fe5, f5, and then this amazing knight, and you play with your king in the center.
Wow.
And play g4, h4, g5.
Yeah.
What a beautiful imbalance, right? Like
Yeah.
from a beginner's POV, it's like यार दो रुके हम better हैं. But it shows how important the knight is.
Yeah.
If it's placed well, it can replace a rook.
Very well said. Very well said. Actually, this really is a very nice line.
It's super nice, and you're down in material, but your king and knight take away all the entry points of the black rook, so the rooks are useless. While the knight is attacking c5, the king side pawns are coming. In fact, I think we would rather be white here than black in this position.
Yeah, I agree.
So which means that Gukesh was taking his time and it was a well thought moment.
Yes. So logically, he made knight d4 work here, and now Ding has to see if there's any problem.
But then that means knight e5 is possible for white. At that end of that line,
Yeah.
if Ding finds that idea of sacrificing and goes beyond, because as a chess player, what happens is you see f6 and you stop the line.
Yeah.
You feel that you're losing at that point, you don't calculate further, right? That's when humans stop.
But Tanya, that entire idea with king e3 and f5, if we can pull up that position again, is
Okay.
it better for white or?
No, not really. I think it's very complex.
So do you think Ding will go for it without being forced into it?
I think it's very tough. It's very tough to even evaluate this final position.
This has to be a draw because white cannot make any progress. The only way it can make a progress is by a pawn break. And if he breaks with the pawn, so the position becomes open where the rooks will dominate. So white को position close रखनी है.
So draw हो जाएगा.
Draw ही हो जाएगा.
I don't think that he will go for this.
Yeah.
I think just, again, you see f6 and you kind of stop there. So even to push yourself to calculate, then you're like, end maybe exchange down, do I have enough to try for something?
If this
Very
is a
tough.
forced variation, then consciously you might want to go into it, but otherwise I don't think he will.
Yeah, I'll be surprised if this happens. But okay, if not knight takes pawn, then how are you actually responding to knight d4?
That's the question.
Old idea of knight e1.
Yes, very nice. Yeah, this is an important moment to. And now knight e4 doesn't work, right? Again, that same idea, Amruta. Takes, knight e2 check, king f1, take the rook. So you have two pieces.
f5, knight c5 is there.
Yeah. This doesn't look good.
Two knights are better than a rook.
So knight e1 is a good move actually.
So क्या करोगे for knight e1? Okay, but Gukesh can't think more now because he has to consider this before.
Yeah, but now Ding is thinking for 5 minutes, 30 seconds.
Can you provoke g3 by going knight h5?
Oh, knight h5. Wow.
Knight h5, I'm only worried if there is knight a4 because now...
Knight
E2,
a4, but then e2 falls.
Can you continue? Do you have to play g3? I mean, how dangerous is knight f4? Can we check f3, knight f4, king f2? What happens if white actually sticks to the idea and just king f2?
Threatening g3.
And knight a4.
Yeah, I like this for white.
h5, h4?
g3.
g3 already, huh?
Achha, nahi.
Or knight a4 maybe?
But actually, this idea is possible. Knight h5,
Then
knight
e6
f4
only, no, then.
can
Yeah,
be
it's
considered.
possible. It's possible because what you've done is that knight from f6 has transferred to e6. Like if you just put the knight back on e6 to defend the c5 pawn. And which is kind of a better square than the knight on f6, right?
Yeah.
Totally.
नहीं ये बहुत ही ज़्यादा technical है ना, like
बहुत
the position.
ज़्यादा.
It's very little moves. By the way, we have a super chat by Obviously. He has said, Balraj is such a gentleman to not play chess and clearly dominate the chess world and letting these guys enjoy themselves. Balraj bhai is here. अरे हाँ बलराज भाई.
Magnus is actually a gentleman for letting Gukesh and Ding play the World Championship.
But before that, Balraj bhai is a gentleman that he did not pick up chess when he was young. So that Magnus could dominate for years. भाई जा रहे बलराज भाई.
Balraj is such a gentleman, he left so that we don't talk more about him and derail from chess. Okay, what else? What else can be played here? We saw knight e1. We saw knight takes e5. Knight takes e5 बहुत मजा आ जाएगा यार. Knight takes e5 हो जाएगा तो.
Yeah, that would heat up. But what do you think, Gukesh? Ding को देख के अभी right now.
काफी कॉन्फिडेंट लग रहा है यार. मजा आ रहा है. मैच में बहुत मजा आएगा ऐसा लग रहा है. टाइम उसके पास बहुत ज़्यादा है तो ही कैन अफोर्ड टू थिंक अ लॉट एंड ही इज अ कैलकुलेटर यार. बढ़िया कैलकुलेट करता है.
Oh, and Gukesh is not on the board.
Can we
Do
see
we have a
Gukesh's
hall?
restroom?
Do we have a full
we
hall?
can't go into his washroom.
Not
No,
resting
area.
area.
Resting area.
भाई तो क्या हो गया यार?
Washrooms आ गए. Rest.
हॉट बेड देखना है, रेस्टरूम में देखना है भाई. क्या हो गया?
देखो नहीं.
Gukesh is not
He's
there.
in the
Oh,
washroom.
by the way, guys,
let's
I
not
must
go
tell
there.
you the story of that. He
Ah,
came,
what
but
an
if we can
idea.
just
He
look
came
at
because you
his
were sitting in
resting
there.
area, not restroom, resting area. There is one jacket lying there. And this is a very nice story because when Gukesh went to the first round of the candidates in 2024, he was facing Vidit. And he felt very cold in the hall. He came with a jacket, normal, if we can show him, in this Waka and Westbridge jacket. And then from next day onwards, he was like, agar thandi laga, I need something. So he started bringing his jacket. And he would place it on his chair. And he would just play, and he never used the jacket ever in the tournament. Then he did that, I think, also for the Olympiad. Now he has got it here and he's keeping it inside in the room. Maybe it's a small superstition now, I feel.
What a stalker you are.
Bhai, मुझे लगा आप बोलोगे, wow, so observant you are, you know.
Glass half full, glass empty, half empty. तो डिंग के अभी कुछ बेल्ट के बारे में कुछ पता होगा अगर आपको?
नहीं, डिंग का अभी तक कुछ पता नहीं चला है, but I think we'll get to know slowly because we have cameras in his resting area, we have everything here. By the way, they say that in World Championship match, because it's two players facing each other, they can also hear the opponent's breathing. So, matlab, you get so intimate with your opponent. In a way, not guys, not that. in a
that it feels like a hotbed.
No, you get to.
You get to, yeah, please go ahead, make it worse. Go ahead, complete your sentence.
You get to know your opponent really well. like you know, after a World Championship match, sometimes people get sick of each other just seeing their face because it's like.
Sagar is the kind of player that when his opponent leaves the room, he will just smell his chair. Just to get to know him very well.
अरे ऐसे नहीं भाई.
क्या खाया था इसने सुबह?
But he has a point, right? For the next like 2 weeks.
No,
you have a point.
Ah, thank you.
Not he.
Thank God.
That for the next 2 weeks, actually, these two are going to be spending so much time in the most pressured, tensed environment of their lives.
See, that's such a good way to put it.
No, I remember that when Kasparov and Karpov played in 1985 with each other, then 86, then 87, like these matches they played, they got so tired of seeing each other. They were like, "Bhai, ye isko nahi dekh raha hai. I want to just."
No, but Sagar, after the championship, actually it makes sense that for the two players who have understood each other so well, they should work together.
Huh?
Kind of, you can
like
say
they would
that,
be the
like,
best
for
practice
example,
partners,
Kramnik Anand, they were like real warriors against each other on the board, but now very good friends.
But also, regardless of what happens in the match, you always have this thing, you're going to compete with them again, right? Amrita, you might want, you're looking for that revenge match. You're looking to come back. I mean, so that also changes the dynamic of whether you want to work together or not.
Right.
But I completely agree, and I think you get to know people the most when things are under high pressure and high tension and how they react in that situation.
Yes.
So fully get you. So basically what you're saying is that Ding and Gukesh are going to be best friends after this match.
Not best friends, like you can be, know them well.
You know, we actually should have more chess psychologists because
because he is clearly ruining it.
No, because you know, Samay, like let's say I know nothing about a player. I mean, let's say top players know nothing about a player.
Let's say.
And if you see their 25-50 games, you would understand their personality. You would already understand their problems. So
that's
without
a great video idea, no?
Yeah.
You mean when you see someone's games, you can identify the problems in their life.
At least, I mean, in the personality, not in the life, but you will already see that. Oh, this guy is very rash. Like if you see Samay's games, you will see that he will.
I had a bad teacher. You can see it in my games.
क्या लगता है? You have trained Samay so much.
I saw
that time you know him, so
as
that
Samay started
changes.
Growing up. He started making moves like rook e1, ऐसे थोड़े calm moves.
Rook b8,
पहले
rook
नहीं
b1.
King h1 भी खेलने लगा. पहले you would never do it.
पर पहले कितना मजा आता था.
पहले you would never even
अरे
castle.
blunder करो ना थोड़ा
Guys,
मजा
knight
आता है.
e1 on the board.
Let's go. This is getting fun.
Okay, now a question to you.
Yeah.
G5, rook d6.
Rook d6.
Or
rook d6.
rook d7 or h5.
Rook d7 तो ठीक नहीं लगा.
Knight G5 I don't think होगा.
Rook D6. I'll go with Rook D6.
Yeah.
You too. Yes, Sagar and
I
Tanya.
wanted to go Rook D6 anyway. But I
I
want
think Gukesh will go
to make
G5.
this move quickly.
And he goes for it.
Let's go, Gukesh.
कुछ भी मांग लेते हैं इस वक्त.
But Rook D6 we can explain, right? It's not committal. It's not a pawn move that leaves weaknesses behind. It has the plan of getting the other rook to the open file, the only open file. A rook is only as active as the file it has. So the rook from F8 will move over to D8. You know, this rook on D6 can also sometimes go laterally and try to target the king side at some point. It's a multi-purpose move without any commitments, leaving your options open here.
Yeah, also defends A6 and...
You make a very interesting point, Tanya. Like you said to me. So I'm just supporting you जैसे तुमने मुझे support किया था.
But also I want to say that Amrita, she spends so much time around these top level players, even whether it's covering the tournament, interviewing them, or taking their photographs in their deepest thought, that I actually think she has a really good understanding of their psyche.
Yes.
Photography actually does help to understand psyche. Some people get disturbed, you can see it. Some people just don't care. Actually, it doesn't. Yeah, it's interesting.
Also, clips now we have started, which is even more intimate than photos. But yeah, I mean, just spending time with these people does give you a lot of info on them. But this, this is raw kind of, them. Like you can see Ding, he cannot sit for like this for 5 hours. No, he will do something, he will flinch, he will get nervous. So seeing a world championship match really is great fun.
It's really a competition like no other in the chess world, right?
Tanya, you were at Dubai actually, Dubai Expo covering the Magnus versus Nepo, and you were on ground. So how would you rate that experience?
And
right now
compared
compared
to this one,
yes.
yes.
Like here right now.
There you were at the venue.
Yeah.
Now you are here. How are both the experiences different?
I mean, this is I'm having a lot of fun watching this and talking about chess with all of you. But I feel like when you're there, you really get the vibe of what is going on. When you go inside, you see these two players inside their fish tank. Just what it takes there. I feel the energy is very different. But this is definitely a lot more fun. For us.
सब लोग चले क्या सिंगापुर?
Guys, यहाँ पे अगर अपना F3 का आइडिया उसने रखा नहीं
क्या ही reactions हमें से F3
नहीं I'm because ऐसे लग नहीं रहा कि white का attack आने वाला है king side पे.
You mean G4 H4?
Yes.
Oh.
F3 knight H5. Are you making king F2?
This we analyze.
Knight F4.
Yes.
G3, knight...
G3 or knight A4? I kind of like knight A4 more.
Yeah, we saw knight A4.
No, but agar G3 kiya, like if I want to attack on the
by the way,
he played king F1.
F1 he played. He didn't go for this F3. So he's just not making any pawn moves.
Okay, now G5.
No, but why
really
not
love
just
this
double?
move.
Why not double the rook D8?
Oh my god, the move computer is suggesting here?
Which one after rook D8? Let's think. Wait.
Oh my god, this is insane.
Rook B1.
Yeah.
Finally rook B1.
Wow.
I can't even believe कि ये पूरे game में even one moment will happen when this weirdest rook b1 summized move
मैं
which
कब
will
से
be
बोल रहा
the
हूँ
best
कि king
move.
side होने वाला था कुछ.
Does he really want to
Queen
go
side.
b4 after rook b1? Because suddenly we've been so focused on the c5 pawn.
Yeah, that's a nice point, because then b7 is weak.
Yeah.
Wow.
See, with a move like king f1, Ding is clear that he does not want to fight on the king side, right?
That he doesn't want to fall for this knight e2 check as well. So he's kind of freed up that knight on c3.
Going to d3 now. That's the threat actually. Knight d3. Let's just make this move if we can. Rook d8, knight d3. Why is this a mistake?
Wait.
Maybe we can ask here. Guys,
Good
black
question.
to play. Why is this a mistake that white made? What would you play here as black? Knight c2. Very interesting. Knight. I like knight c2 a lot.
There's one more option,
There is
right?
one more.
B3.
Knight
I think.
takes?
Knight B3.
B3,
Yeah.
well done, well done. These both the moves are very good, and that's why Knight D3 is bad.
But I think in Knight C2 is a slightly inferior version of the position because you make the white develop the rook.
Correct.
Right?
Correct. So maybe Knight B3 is more accurate.
Yeah, Knight B3 mein the rook does not develop.
But
He
then you
played
have
G6.
So controlling F5.
Okay. Why
But you
not
don't-
G5 if he had to go for the
कोई
G5?
weakness नहीं कर रहा है वो. He's not creating a weakness on F5. He wants to go King G7, H5, maybe slowly improve.
No, maybe he wants
you
to
can
go like
say
this also. Knight D7 F5.
Gukesh is being very careful.
Yeah, he's being very careful here.
Do you think both the players think that they are going towards draw, like just a sense of it?
अभी तो नहीं लग रहा है actually ऐसे draw के तरफ. Both are just making moves and there is no clear.
पर टेम्परामेंट डिफरेंस देखो कल गुकेश ने कल कैसे G4 खेला था फर्स्ट गेम में और आज देखो G3 G6 आराम से.
Maybe he's learnt a lesson that don't be too rash. थोड़ा शांति से. Maybe he spoke with his team and or maybe he just made an internal sort of a thought that let me be a little more measured, at least for few games.
Also in yesterday's game, G4 was not the issue. That was part of the preparation.
Yeah.
There were tactics later which were missed and an inaccuracy of a wrong capture. And I think Gukesh showed really great, once again, maturity and, his mindset when he said he missed out on tactics and that happens. And it's fine. He moves on from it,
No, but the playing style yesterday was very aggressive.
Yeah, with white, I think they wanted to cash in quickly, probably. Get chances quickly. But today, the aim is clear from the start. Keep it together, keep it under control, draw is a great result.
I think so. Yeah. It's not so easy to have this mindset, no? Because when you lose something, your immediate reaction is let's go tomorrow and win. Again, like we play online, we lose a game, we want to win next game. But I think at World Championship level, it's better to be careful. Yeah. Should we after G6 look at F3 or what should white do?
No, my question to all of you is how much do you think Ding would be considering one of the moves? Rook B1 or Rook?
Could he not go Rook A2?
What's your idea?
Knight C3, Knight D3.
But then anyways, you'll have knight takes pawn, right?
Yeah.
फिर भी मर तो रहा ही है. हाँ.
फिर भी मर.
No, maybe he wants to defend the C2 pawn
मुझे
so
C2
that.
pawn बचाना है ताकि knight takes होना है.
But I was looking at this. I really like the plan of Rook B1, B4 now.
No.
It's not something that came to my mind earlier, but when Amrita mentioned the move now.
But I play Rook D8.
Let's follow
Rook
it up.
F D8. Or maybe let's start with King G7. King G7.
No, Rook B8. No, there is a
B8
direct.
नहीं, Rook B8 तो रखो. Rook
King
B8 is not a
G7.
normal.
Let's improve.
Okay, let's
so
go
now
with our
with
plan.
B4.
Yes,
I
let's
think
try
it's
it.
too rash.
Let's try it and see what
Take.
happens. Rook takes pawn.
And now, okay, B7 is weak. So I'm thinking I can play B6, one idea.
Because you don't have the rook on the A file.
And now your C pawns can become really weak, no?
Wait, can I go C5 or no compensation?
Not much.
Not much. Okay.
So perhaps
so suppose
B4
take
pawn takes.
And
now
rook A1.
I'll get rook C8.
A5
A5 आ जाएगा. हाँ.
Okay. You have
and
sorted.
Now rook C8, C4, C2, C3 सब weak है.
So white can't rush with B4 is what you're saying.
Yeah.
But then what?
Why does white have to go B4 so immediately?
इतना जल्दी नहीं.
क्योंकि देखो वो जो अपने को पहले नाइट हिलाना है जो
तो
नाइट
F3
C3 पे है ना
A4.
तो जो नाइट C3 पे अपना उसको हिलाना है बिकॉज वी वांट टू गो C3 एंड देन B4 तो पर अगर अभी हम नाइट हिलाएंगे तो जो अपना E4 का पॉन है वो मर रहा है.
Correct.
तो why not F3 first, protect that pawn,
That makes sense.
and then go for these ideas.
IM is clapping for you, bhai.
Hey,
Rakesh bhai. Actually, Samay, you played with so much patience here that I would like that your name be changed to Sayam.
नाम ही बदल देने का भाई.
2 लेटर को बदल सकते हैं. काफी संयम से खेला आपने यहाँ.
That's very nice. F3 and knight A4.
Yeah.
Possible.
Oh, this is great actually. F3, knight A4, C3, B4. Bhai.
And knight a4 एक बार आ जाए तुम्हारे पास b6 भी नहीं रहेगा to defend that b7 pawn. So there will be a lot of pressure on the b file when b4 comes.
But you know, if if Ding wanted to play f3 Samay, I think that he would not have gone king f1 because फिर ऐसा लगेगा waste हो गया ना move.
Correct. ऐसा लगेगा. लगेगा लगने लगा है पर लगेगा नहीं. Have you not heard that शायरी?
I understand your emotion here, so I was like smart boy.
Has he made a decision? No. So g6 on the board. Rook b1 अभी खेला नहीं गया है.
What's the time situation and can we have a whole view of the hall? Like do we have that? Full view with the mirror and...
No, I don't think there is any camera on that side which shows the mirrors, Amruta, somehow.
No, from this side we have a side angle, of Gukesh and Ding. There is one side angle which we have.
Yes.
It is there.
Acha, it's there? Maybe. Sir,
but I don't know which side angle. See the mirror not this, there. Both of them together and the side angle is there.
Shikhar Surya once says, kudos for the amazing stream, making it interesting enough to keep watching at 2:30 in the morning.
कहाँ पे हो आप?
You know,
in the
US.
2:30 night होती है ना?
Amrita, your point was actually very nice. कि भाई अगर f3 खेलना होता तो किंग क्यों रखा है हमने f1 पे? Because there could be some ideas like अगर f3 खेला अभी डिंग ने, like very nicely you pointed out कि वो king will fly में, तो I was thinking how to attack on the king side. So maybe we bring the knight somewhere like a knight h5 or knight d7, maybe knight d7 more because it also protects the c5 square, and our idea could be f5.
Oh, I love that.
You know, I'm finding this stream to be such, like Samay coming with such ideas. It's like he's the expert in this panel.
No, but this is really great, and this is so much to Guki's style and now that I am looking at it.
So maybe now Ding is thinking कि भाई f3 खेलूं या नहीं खेलूं? f3 it's a double-edged move.
Yeah.
No.
It also explains Gukesh's g6.
It's a hidden move actually. Hidden idea.
f3 is a slightly...
But whether you play f3 or not, Gukesh can have this plan regardless, right? That you go knight d7 and you go f5. Because actually we've been talking about the rooks doubling on the d file, but rook from d6 can also double on the f file once it opens.
Yeah, you had mentioned about the rook
मतलब
shift.
attack के बारे में ही सोच रहे हम अब suddenly after this
मतलब
idea.
उसने king रखा है f1 पे, अपना rook है f8 पे, तो what else you'll think?
Wow. So move
it's so
the knight.
deep, like World Championship games, and their chess is just so top class, you know. It's just amazing to watch these ideas unfold.
Correct. This idea will not work, right? Knight g4, knight f2.
Knight g4, h3, where are you going?
Knight f2.
But
No,
what's...
No, it doesn't work.
Right now...
You don't have enough pieces.
Thank you, bhai. For
restoring balance.
इतने अच्छे मुंह दिखाने के बाद जाके नाइट ब्लंडर कर दिया.
अरे नहीं, मैं देख रहा था कि it doesn't.
मजा आया.
Also it doesn't work.
मिस होता है यार समय तुम्हारे ब्लंडर.
हाँ, BM ऐसे बड़ा BM समय लोगो वगैरह है तो suddenly IM GM करना पड़ेगा. If you give such great answers. Yeah, great analysis.
But you know, imagine if we would have said, "Arey, sub analysis is done in this position," we would have missed such an important idea with f5, which Samay showed. So that itself shows that the richness in this middle game is so much.
Actually, Samay has shown good ideas for both sides now. He has shown one for white, rook b1, f3, that plan. Then he showed the good idea for black also. So
full board awareness, and one is on one side, the other is on the other side. It's playing on opposite flanks.
And अब डिंग भी काफी गहरी सोच में पड़ गए हैं. Almost 9 मिनट यूज कर चुके हैं डिंग.
And today Gukesh is not leaving the board. Remember yesterday Ding said in the press conference that I didn't get up from the board often. And I was thinking. So I think today Gukesh is also not getting up. He's not walking around. Also that area is not that big. Like it's okay, but itna nahi hai jagah. Last year Nepo Ding match had much more space.
Really? You think so?
Yes. This is not that big.
Sponsor भी ज़्यादा था ना तब.
नहीं भाई, इस बार Google है.
Last time क्यों नहीं था फिर?
Last time
Google करो ना.
Freedom broker.
Point तो है. अमृता 1, Samay 0.
मैं अमृता कंपारिजन बनाऊंगा फटाफट. बहुत funny बनेगा यार अमृता कंपारिजन. So we saw that there is Rook B1 here. F3 is a bit dangerous.
आपने वो बोला था ना कि इस बार sponsor कौन है करके. So this year we have Google and guys remember this year the prize fund is $2.5 million.
इसमें से FIDE को कुछ जाता है?
नहीं prize fund 2.5 है, बाकी तो FIDE fee and all is different.
तो फिर कैमरा एड्स के पैसे अलग से क्यों?
अरे भाई वो
दोस्तों कैमरा एड्स के लिए सागर भाई और चेसकॉम ने दोनों ने मिलके बहुत ज़्यादा खर्चा किया है एंड सुपर चैट करो भाई.
Samay, one question to you. If you had to call as judges in the latent show, 4 players about 2,700.
Oh, nice.
Whom would you consider shortlist?
Indians or world over?
No,
World
any
over.
globally. It's fine.
ऐसे तो मैग्नस.
अरे वाह.
व्लादिमीर क्रेमनिक.
Let's start the
Hans Niemann.
Oh.
और हिकारू नाकामुरा.
अनीश गिरी को भूल गए भाई.
अनीश आगे परफॉर्म करेगा ना स्टैंड अप.
Wow, क्या
Nice,
panel!
yaar.
What a panel
Exciting.
it will be! What a panel it will be! Magnus, Hikaru, Niemann, and one more was
Kramnik.
Kramnik.
मोबाइल फोन से हम रिकॉर्ड कर सकते हैं क्या?
So now, as you said, Rook B1, we are actually, I'm very interested to see if F3 happens because then this idea of knight moving and F5 can happen. Amruta, if arrows, can I make
Yeah,
arrows?
yes, you can.
You might be tired, no?
No, I was
That's
actually
very
looking at
thoughtful.
Rook B1 and I was thinking about it that I don't think it's a natural move for Ding to consider.
Yeah,
Oh,
That's
Gukesh
why.
left the chair. Is Gukesh in the resting area? No,
Resting.
अरे वो जाता ही है ताकि हम
is
नहीं देंगे.
Gukesh बोला उसके पहले डायरेक्टर साहब no.
जैसे ही बोलता है वो आया था वापस.
But Sagar, do you have any info on, let's say, during a match in 7 hours when the players walk? Like, how much do they walk?
No,
Somebody who
yeah.
walks like really too much. Like, do they cover 10 kilometers? Do they?
No,
I
not
know
that
who does
much.
not walk.
Who?
It's my friend, so I can say it. Param Maksudlu. He's my very good friend now. Yeah, we had
They
a
often
good
call
time.
him like you Parham and
Yeah.
him Samay.
We met now in the London Abhi.
Right.
GCL.
Did you take a picture?
Yeah, I
with
took
him?
picture. We had so much fun also. We had so many jokes also.
Acha.
That we looked the same and then we took photos.
Wow.
Then he said, what, really? Like he made a bad face when I said we look the same. Really?
Now maybe he will be okay. Now that you have hit 5 million subscribers.
No. But he's a sweet guy. And very
I
funny
had
also.
one question which I never asked you, and maybe it's sorry for digressing a bit from chess. If you guys are okay.
No, he's thinking completely okay.
The question is, how was it meeting Mr. Beast?
It was fun and we again was cracking jokes and we were having fun. It was like Cariminati is doing something with them, so he invited me. So I went. मजा आया.
बहुत सही था वो. Like I was very. I mean, I have liked his videos so much. He's the biggest YouTuber.
Yeah, I just want to know how he feels and what is.
Did
and
you
he's
ask
also
him
the same.
about how he makes his videos and all, or you already knew it?
वो तो I knew. I was just wanted to know कि भाई उसका personality कैसा है क्या है. तो वो भी ऐसा ही.
आपने हंसाया उसको, जोक मारा.
आते ही awkward joke मारा मैंने.
क्या मारा?
वो इधर नहीं मार सकते.
अरे वाह. आपने कुछ तो उसके फेस्टिवल से उससे कुछ किया
था. कंट्रोवर्सी चल रहा था ना, उस पे एक दो जोक मारे ना, तो वो आते ही ऐसा हो गया कि पर मजा आया, बहुत मजा आया. He followed me also on Instagram. Yeah.
Oh.
And I couldn't follow him back because
you follow only one person.
Yeah, but I messaged him. KSI followed me. I told and we had a good time. मजा आया, fun था.
Did he unfollow you again?
I didn't check.
Apart from Chess Space India and yourself, who's your favorite YouTuber?
Oh, nice.
Wow, there's so many actually. I like Vsauce, Veritasium. I like Mohak Mangal. I like so many. I follow the science ones. उसमें मेरे को बड़ा मजा आता है.
वो वाला.
Do you follow this Brian Johnson? Brian Johnson.
No, I don't follow Brian.
He is doing this don't die wala thing.
Reverse aging, na?
Correct. And he recently tweeted about there's only one person who really believes in that from India. Do you know who that person is?
Tanmay Bhatt?
Sagar Shah?
She has come to your
Tanya.
habitat judge. She was one of the judge. Poonam Pandey.
क्या बात है भाई अमृता on fire
Hi, Amrita. Did you like?
I follow Brian Johnson. What is he up to?
क्या तूने क्या
sometimes, so-
calculator
But
joke
really,
Yeah, he tweeted. He said,
Bhai,
and he's
it's a
going to
real
come to
thing, it's
Mumbai.
not a joke.
मुझे लगा
It's not a joke.
भाई इतना deep joke.
Arey, it's not a joke. He's coming to Mumbai. He's coming to Mumbai.
But you
so-
you saw what he means. He means that he couldn't believe that you cracked that joke.
No, it was not a joke. It was real thing you said, right?
Yeah, but why you didn't believe?
Because there was this joke
Let
of
her.
her, no, that she came back like that.
ठीक है, let's.
पूनम पांडे पे सीरियस हुआ था सागर से
अरे नहीं भाई.
So maybe you should consider calling him Brian Johnson. Very interesting personality.
Back to chess.
Who are your favorite YouTubers?
Mine? I really watch a lot. Like Tanmay, I see whenever his video comes. I enjoy it. I laugh a lot at the reaction to memes. Then on YouTube, I'm following a bit of 1-2 spiritual channels. I like J. Krishnamurti a lot. Although his channel, like he's no more now, but his channel keeps uploading new videos every day. So I follow that. Yeah.
It sounded like he's no more, but his channel has these videos.
No, someone else is uploading his talks and everything. So that is very cool. Also I like podcasts a lot. Like nowadays there are so many good quality podcasts. Like Prakhar Ke Pravachan has started podcast. Then Raj Shamani. Then Ranveer. Like it's not like that I follow them, but if a good guest comes there, I like to follow. I like to see those podcasts.
So समय आएगा उधर तो देखोगे या नहीं?
Yeah, I saw Samay's one with Prakhar, which he did. In fact, he keeps saying it was his first podcast, which is kind of weird because his first podcast
real life podcast.
Was the life of Samay Raina that we did.
Yeah.
That was epic. Early in the pandemic.
I actually forgot about that one.
Evolution of Samay Raina,
Evolution
no?
of
That was
Samay
very
Raina. It was
nice.
an amazing one. But Tanya, your favorite YouTubers?
I actually I'm not on YouTube so much, I'll be honest, but I follow like you guys a lot whenever something comes up. I mostly use it to listen to music. So, yeah.
So you listen to podcasts on Spotify?
T-Series is my favorite YouTuber.
T-Series, oh.
No, but I think, chess channels and of course all of you.
Nice.
Like with its streams or if Samay streams.
भाई वो तो
but I
2-3
haven't
साल से
taken
नहीं
your
हुए.
membership yet, so I can't watch
Bhai,
most.
please.
Why are you only doing
Can
members
you
only
give
stream
us
now?
membership
Yeah,
like
can
we
you do
haven't
that
bought
for
yet?
us?
By just 60 rupees you can
It's
buy
not about
that.
the money.
It's not
I
money.
think
We
it's just
always feel
feels-
like दोस्त से क्या
Exactly.
वो देगा अपने
अभी
को.
मैंने इसको बोला कि मेरे को चेस बेस 18 चाहिए
हाँ.
रोजा बैट देखने के बाद.
भाई पर वो तो महंगा है ना चॉइस बेस 18. You
But
should
it's
look at
not
it like
about
you're
money.
supporting a
It's
friend.
about the equation
For
with
me
the
it's about the
person.
money. Give me
इसी
60.
बात से याद आया कि दोस्तों if you don't want to spend money you can get 1 week of chess.com membership
For free.
for free
With all the benefits of premium.
and
To answer your
50%
question-
off. भाई
Yes.
finish तो कर रहे तो 50%.
अरे chess.com तो यार.
हाँ ठीक है.
Lee chess. बोलो.
नहीं बोल दिया हाँ.
हाँ, बस.
50% off on the next 1
When
year.
it renews.
In-
But you've got the life hack which we mentioned earlier. You have to try it for free, and then I think it's around $300 for the whole month, which is pretty good with the benefits that you've got, right? Unlimited everything, game analysis, puzzle rush, playing.
ये मुझे समझा नहीं 300 कैसे होगा मतलब.
I
But-
think the 50% off comes to that
Okay, got it.
after 7 days.
How you were saying, bhai?
No, I was saying why membership because demonetize. YouTube demonetizes the videos.
No, I agree. I know that it means a lot, but it's just like I feel that मेरे को membership लेनी है, फिर मैं कहती हूँ यार समय का है इसके साथ membership, इसको तो हमें gift करनी चाहिए.
Gift नहीं हो सकती ना ऐसे.
अच्छा, वो
भाई,
claim
इधर होती
नहीं
ना
होता,
claim.
claim करेंगे ना हम.
But I'll make you guys mods.
तो फिर
Oh,
उससे ले
thanks
सकते हैं.
यार.
नहीं.
तो फिर क्या?
At least I'll make you that, I'm saying.
We are
we get
already
extra
already there
compensation.
by mod on your channel.
That's
No,
what we
I'll
get
make
for
you
being
guys
friends.
editors.
Edit.
And then you can do it. But don't remove anything.
Oh, अच्छा वैसे.
Oh, by the way, we still don't have a move, huh? So Ding's taken quite a bit of time on this position. How long has he been thinking for?
We finished all the favorite YouTubers of everyone.
Why Samir's membership is important.
Yeah, but really, how long has he been thinking? Is it more than
20 minutes?
बहुत time ले लिया क्या
So technically, rule-wise, he should make a move now.
Like
but
that famous rule which you are talking about, which all top players follow.
Yeah, 15 minutes, right?
20
no, 20 is okay actually.
Okay.
In fact, it can be.
I heard it was the 15-minute rule.
20 minutes is okay. Some cases. In fact, it can even go to 30, but it has to be extremely complex position.
No, I was talking about something else then. That usually the whole thought process is that your mind is at its best calculating for 15 minutes, and usually the more time you spend beyond that, it's all becoming a cloud in your head, right? You're mixing up, and usually you don't take the best decisions if it crosses that mark.
So it goes from thinking to overthinking, basically.
Thinking to overthinking, and then if you hear, I mean, I think a lot of grandmasters have spoken about this, that usually you end up taking the same decision that you thought of in the first 15 minutes, and if it's not that, it's the wrong one.
True. Very true. In fact, even if you want to order something, if the menu has too many things, it's such a big problem. Yes,
so what is the most like?
Plenty.
What do you think
It's
most
true.
likely कौन सी move होने वाली है अभी?
Okay, so let's do candidate moves, right?
F3.
One is F3. One is Rook B1.
Rook A B1 or CB1.
Why are your eyes closed?
No, I'm also thinking like what I'm calculating, like Gukesh.
Okay, F3, Rook B1.
Anything which is very different, maybe which you think Ding can think about?
Knight D3 is the move you want
No,
to
it's
make,
a
but it
blunder.
doesn't work because of the tactics that we pointed out, right? Hanji?
Knight D5. Okay.
Nice.
Okay, the only problem with this is
E4 pawn, right?
No, but then C7 is also hanging.
Yeah, but
So if you
it's again
take
that
here-
concept of double pawns, central pawns.
Yes.
Yeah, Knight D2, Knight D2 just
Array.
wins on the spot. Very nice.
Oh, बढ़िया.
Super sharp.
Nice.
Chesscom पे puzzle rush किया क्या?
Wow.
Amazing.
भाई
Well done.
गुकेश एकदम meditative state में भाई.
कहाँ पे गुकेश we cannot see. Oh.
सागर तुमने उनसे कभी पूछा है कि what is going on? Is it calculation or is he calming himself down? What goes on in his mind when we see him in this pose so much during a game?
Like if we look at Gukesh here, director Saab, if we can show him. So the thing is, when I went to Hudson Academy recently, and this was just few months ago, this is an academy run by Gukesh's trainer, Vishnu Prasanna. And there were like 60 kids there. And they all had one thing to do before their training session starts. It was like from 5-year-old kids to 18-year-old kids. They all had to sit for 10 minutes like how Gukesh was sitting right now, close their eyes and sit. And I feel like this is something that he started doing from a very young age to just calm himself, like blank his mind, like not think perhaps anything or just calm, maybe focus on breathing. And I think he keeps doing that. But this I've seen him doing before the game, and I know that he might be doing that, like calming himself, clearing his mind. But why is he doing it during the game is a big question to me
Also,
here.
I
Maybe to
see-
be in the present.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
I feel
also
there's a
he's-
difference, by the way. Sorry, Amrita, go on.
No, I think he's doing much more in this tournament. There is
Yeah.
a lot of pressure. You can
Yes.
sense it around. He doesn't do it so much.
And when I have seen him play and he closes his eyes, usually he's very still. One thing I've noticed here is that you can
there's
feel.
a move.
Oh,
you
there's
can
a
feel.
move.
Go
The
on.
rook
Like he's
CD1.
shaking on his chair a lot while doing it. So I think it is really to calm himself. So nerves are there for Gukesh. You know, someone we know as ice cold, somebody who has nerves of steel. He's feeling the pressure because he doesn't shake as much usually.
Rook C B1.
What did he play, by the way?
Rook C D1.
Brought the rook to C1 early.
Oh.
Now brought it back to D1.
I was
Is
thinking
this just
of
a
this
waiting move or is there something deeper here?
I think it's more like
Gukesh
he's
is
going
looking
towards
at Ding.
equality.
Acha.
Because you play Rook D1 again. I think I didn't like the move King F1 because now Samay, I think the same problem. He would have loved to play F3, but it's a bit slow.
Yeah. But Rook D1, what's the idea? Let's try to think, because if Rook D1 is played here, let's say Rook D8.
No, do you want to keep the Rook on F5?
I mean, I'm just trying to analyze Rook D8, let's say. Is there
Now
any
you're
way-
happy, no, with
Let's
F3
play
because there's no
F3.
F5 ideas.
It's like this waiting game, right? He's saying, I want you to make a move that's less desirable in your position. Everything's beautifully placed. Tum kuch bhi laoge, it'll be a drawback.
Yeah. Can white also not double, like after rook d8, a move like rook d2 comes to mind, rook a d1?
Yes.
Can also do that, but I like Amrita's idea that f5 isn't as dangerous, so you continue with your plan of f3 as well, right?
So what if you don't go rook d8? What other options?
King g7. Very little improving move.
No, but it's also a good waiting move, right? Again, f3, now you want to move your knight, go f5 because your rook is on f8.
Yes.
But Sagar, how do you explain the loss of tempo with a move rook c1, rook d1?
First, because the position is so closed and quiet, here the value of each move is not that high. So here they are okay to lose moves.
By the way, chat, both players are playing with the same accuracy so far of
Which is?
97.4%.
Wow. It's a very accurate chess.
Oh,
So, okay, king
you
g7,
know,
what's the
yeah,
plan?
no, there was a problem.
What?
Did you realize if after king g7, if you go f3,
Okay.
and if I go knight d7,
Not
white
knight h5.
can,
Okay.
yeah, over here it allows white for something.
Wow.
Knight d5?
Yes.
So, what's the point? Your c pawn is super vulnerable.
Yes, and if you move it, then
Yeah.
this is like forever gone.
But why can't you just go f5?
c7 mar raha hai. Acha,
नहीं,
you-
but e4 भी मर रहा है ना
Oh,
after
that's a good
f5.
point.
EF.
Oh, good move here. You can go ef, but the best idea.
Is it c3?
Very
No.
tough, no?
c3, knight b3, rook a3. c3? Rook a3 or knight
Baap
trapped
re
or what?
baap.
Bye, bye, bye.
Maybe not. c6.
C6 hai na?
But this is crazy. c6, rook takes.
Rook takes b3.
Yeah, exactly. Rook takes knight, c takes d5. But white is looking good here.
Yeah.
b7 is hanging,
Rook
d5
takes
pawns
d5.
pinned. Yeah.
Okay, बहुत complex हो रहा है, but of course there were simpler ideas
Wow.
when you played f5. But you can't just move this knight so easily because the knight will jump to d5. And similarly, if you go knight h5, I think knight d5 is still strong.
Interesting. So king g7. So you're saying after rook d1, Ding wants to play f3. Why he didn't play f3 before then? How
Yeah.
does rook d1 change?
No,
things?
he's stopping maybe. Like a question to black. What will you do now?
I think king g7 on h5 are the two very natural looking moves to me.
ये
Guys,
समय
what
का
do you
knight
think?
h5 move कैसा है? Now over here. Samay, do you like the move? Knight h5?
Knight h5 here. Yeah, possible. But he goes for rook d8.
Oh, he played?
Yes.
Ah.
I think we need some expert analysis here, guys. Yo, Vidit bhai. Can you please help us out in this position? What's happening? Ding just played rook c1, rook d1.
Let me see the position first.
Arey, Vidit bhai not
He's
following
too busy,
World
na?
Championship.
He's busy.
Vidit
Okay,
bhai,
now yes.
Samay asked me like why is he wasting time and I explained, and when I explained the next moment he just called you. He was like, bhai, I need better analysis.
What do you mean wasting time?
No, I mean we were asking
No,
like, why
he,
are you not following?
He wasted a tempo, Ding.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. क्या interesting position है.
है ना? तो यहाँ पे can you quickly summarize this position? What do you feel about this position?
मेरा तो अभी like I'm having a look. अभी directly I have no engine evaluation.
हाँ,
So I'm
ठीक है.
just blurting
हाँ,
out
but-
my thoughts. ठीक है?
Yes.
Good engineer.
You're a super grandmaster. That's okay, bhai.
Yes, I like black's position more than white. At the moment, like if I can exchange the knight on d4, I would be happy with white. Let's say if I can play f3 to support the e4 pawn and then bring knight to e2. And because for example, my knight on e1 is stuck, I cannot bring it to d3, c2 is hanging. So I really want to exchange the knight on d4. If I do that, then I'll feel more comfortable with white.
Can you also explain the move rook c1, rook d1?
Wait, rook d c1?
Yes. But before that there was rook c1 and then now there was rook c d1 back.
Yeah, there was rook d c1 and then there was rook c d1.
Oh. It's a bit of a deep move. I don't get why rook d c1 was played. Like, it's a bit of a deep move, yeah. So I
Okay, I'll just call Anish Giri then. Thank you. Thank you so much for your help, by the way.
Thank you.
Love you, मेरे भाई.
अरे देखने तो दो.
कितना बुरा लगा. विनीत बोला भी.
सोचने भी नहीं देता यार भाई तो. रुक जाओ.
फुल इनसिक्योर कर देता है 2 मिनट के अंदर.
Actually अच्छा मूव नहीं लग रहा है मुझे rook d7. I'm not a fan of that move. King f1 direct. अच्छा okay. Understood. Rook d1, knight a5. He was bothered by.
He's played f3.
Oh, by the way, he has just played the move f3. What Vidit Bhai also said that now his plan is knight e2, exchange the d4 knight, and then you have a great position. Also, Vidit Bhai, white attack with like his pawn on b3 right now, going to b4 later on with the support from c3?
It's something which will be like far off in the future, yeah, not in the like knight c. I don't see it happening in near future, no. So if I have to answer, then no. I think black might play knight h5. Does it make sense here to play knight f4? But it allows knight to d5, so not so easy.
So final words, Vidit Bhai. What is your assessment of this position? Of this, what do you think will be most likely the result of this game?
Most likely, I think draw. I'm actually curious. So if I have to evaluate this position, I would say it's okay. Black cannot be worse. So minus 0.2.
Wow, it's actually 0.2 plus
White
plus 0.1. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
0.2.
ठीक है.
Interesting. I would have never evaluated that.
और आप कब आ रहे हो हमारे साथ अभी?
भाई मैं तो जा रहा हूँ लंदन कल.
अरे यार ठीक है.
Yeah.
ठीक है. All the best मेरे भाई.
Only chance है भाई.
आज तो थोड़ी आएंगे वो. चलेगा अभी तो enjoy.
Thank you, bye.
Thank you so much, bye. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, bye.
तो
भाई, should we ask Anish Giri also? Because he is commentating.
Is he?
Yeah, on
But
his
did
channel.
you guys notice how Vidit actually pointed an idea that we completely missed out on? We were so focused of attacking c5, but the retreating move of the knight trade, getting rid of the most active piece of black.
But do you think, Tanya, like, because white will, if he takes the knight after knight e2, then black will undouble the pawn c takes. So I didn't find that black would exchange. Yeah. Black would never trade.
You know, guys, so sorry. After a move like knight e2, there is something very crazy in that position.
But right now, what will you play?
Let's say you play a move like king g7, just develop the king. Can you find a very
crazy
move?
I was thinking if...
I think Vidit Bhai missed this.
Tactic, huh? Knight c2, rook d6, knight e3 check, king f2.
Doesn't work, right?
Knight g4, fg, knight g4, king g3.
You still haven't taken
No, not knight g4, knight e4 check.
Maybe,
and then knight d6.
Huh? No,
f3. No, knight g4 check.
इतना बड़ा जंप नहीं मारेगा ना. अच्छा, oh.
fg, knight
g4.
f.
Yeah, but that's still down a piece.
Like for example.
Piece down हो जाएगी.
बोलो.
No, 2 minute देना, 2 minute.
Guys, Samay has asked a question. Black to move. What is a good move here?
But I don't think tactics work here.
Knight?
c2, rook into rook.
Not working, this one.
f3 चल रहा है क्या? Knight f3, rook d6, knight h2, king g1.
Knight b3 देख लो फिर नहीं तो.
चल जाएगा शायद.
ये चल रहा है, मैं वही देख रही थी, but king g1 को.
Oh, he's gonna take 3 pawns, rook and now take on.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God.
Take with the rook, no?
No, then that doesn't work because you don't have this together.
Yeah, but this.
So this was what he said is Sagar takes and after king h2 knight e4 and you have the central pawn force.
Yeah.
Happening.
And those knights, I think, will get dominated by those pawns. Yeah?
I like white though because of the d5 square.
No, it is very practically difficult for white to play this because pawns take away the squares of the knights.
I think it's more practical for black here. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
So you would rather be...
I love black, yeah.
Black here.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's go back to our starting position.
But there are some crazy things that exist in this position.
Like, tell us, break it
Like
down.
that.
Oh.
Like that. I mean, you might feel the position is silent, but do not disturb wala wo rehta hai na. But the position is like, कृपया ध्यान दीजिए.
But I think Gukesh will not go for something like that, considering his time is less. Although he has just made the move King G7, it is Ding to play.
Oh, King G7.
So now will he go knight e2 or not is the big question, right? Because that last position that we had, I think I would pick the piece there. I didn't see what the evaluation bar said at that point, but it felt from a human perspective, it's easier to play with the piece.
It was unclear, the
Very
evaluation.
unclear,
Yeah.
Like somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
So knight e2 is the big question. Because Sagar, your point of the trade on d4, what you said earlier, I think that favors white. Like, let's just show those structures. Let's say knight e2, h5.
Acha.
And now knight takes knight, pawn takes knight. And it looks like you've sorted the problem. But imagine knight d3, b4, b5, c5 coming in. And I think black needs to be careful here. This is what Vidit wanted.
Yeah, so that d3 is a beautiful home for the knight on e1, जो उसको मिल नहीं रहा था because all the time the knight on d4 was not letting it. So the other knight says, I will help you by exchanging that knight so that you can make a home.
You can buy a home.
Arbiter is definitely smiling. I think he's WhatsApping.
Or he's watching India's Got Latent members only episodes, which you can also for 60 rupees only.
Or he just bought the chess.com membership.
Yeah, 7 days are free. He's enjoying it.
Just 7 days, guys.
Definitely he didn't buy ChessBase. Otherwise he would have been seriously analyzing.
If he had bought ChessBase, he would be playing one of in this match. So, पोजीशन ऐसा लग रहा है अभी चैट बोरिंग हो रही है, कुछ हो नहीं रहा, कुछ सडनली हो जाएगा भाई. वैसी पोजीशन है ये.
हाँ वही.
सडनली हो जाएगा.
The time gap, was around 40 minutes earlier, but now it's only 15 minutes.
हाँ, मतलब अगर यही पोजीशन इनको दे दें और दोनों के पास सिर्फ 5-10 मिनट हो, तो भाई तबाही हो जाएगी.
करेक्ट.
तो बस टाइम कम होने का वेट.
थोड़ा कम तो होगा ही क्योंकि ये लोग फास्ट खेल नहीं रहे हैं. They are thinking so much.
Do you think Magnus is following this live?
He follows everything. He was on a vacation in Mexico and European Club Cup was going on. I thought ये तो नहीं देखते रहेंगे. He knew all the games. किसको plus था, किसको minus था.
I mean the games. He looks at the games.
Yeah, he
Commentary
knew
नहीं
everything.
देखेगा. वो थोड़ी ना इतना time waste करेगा.
देखना भी नहीं चाहिए, but
no, he was watching everything.
Wow.
So I think Magnus really loves chess.
Yeah, and and he said that.
नहीं बहुत. But the thing is, there are some people who are very good at what they do and they don't love it. And they just like they just show their talent in when they play.
You can be good and not love it, but you can't be the GOAT and not love it.
True.
I don't think so.
You have to have passion to be a GOAT.
You probably have to. And he's always said that chess is also his favorite hobby.
Like,
so to him, it's
are we
not
really
work.
discussing if Magnus loves chess or not?
No, I think
like for
he does.
example, let's say you are a very good stand-up comedian.
Stage.
So like, if any point, can you just watch and you can keep on doing? You want to take break, right? Sometime from it.
Yeah.
So then it means that.
But I still love it.
But he never takes a break.
He's
always watching something or the other.
That's why
he said.
no?
Yeah, that's why he loves, no? So, because he said that it's his favorite hobby when he was
on
a
goat,
vacation.
Perhaps you have to love it.
Yeah, excessively. So you think Magnus is the GOAT in
Yes.
that GOAT debate?
Yes,
He's the
of
GOAT.
course.
Sagar?
Sorry?
In the GOAT debate?
What is a debate, by the way? I don't think there's a debate.
I mean, whenever the players are spoken, there's Gary on that list. There's Magnus, of course. And Fischer sometimes is also in that list. But I think usually it's between Gary and Magnus is the...
No, but clearly Magnus is the GOAT.
Yeah, I think Magnus. I mean, so...
It's very difficult to say that because we are following Magnus so closely. If we were active during Gary era, we would have definitely felt that because he was winning everything.
And for 20 years, he was world number one.
He was winning just... So actually, at that point, we were not following chess so closely.
But also
I
the
think
kind
it's
of
more
chess.
difficult to... I mean, Gary had the world championship for a long time, but Magnus was willing to let it go. So letting go is more powerful than holding it, I think. If you really love her, let her go types.
That song, you know?
Let her go.
If it's meant
You know
for you,
her
it
song?
will come back. I wonder the world championship title will come back to Magnus.
So that's some goat behavior, yaar. This is what I'm saying.
I don't
Also, everything around his aura, भाई. वो cycle पे आता है, कभी shirtless आता है, कभी late आता है, फिर piece adjust कर रहा है. ये सब चीजें.
But if
he's
we
an eccentric
want,
person.
I'm saying if we want something,
He has
we
the
have to let it
eccentricity.
go, right? Let's see if our watching right now when we take a break, we are letting it go. We'll come back or not, guys. We'll take a short break and come back on the other side. Be here.
Gemini, can you help me plan my 3-day vacation?
Generate a photo of a muscly capybara.
Explain the concept of supply and demand with OpenStax.
Hi Gemini, quiz me on the rise of industrialization.
Can you help me find an email?
Yeah, I can help with that.
This December, the world's top chess minds clash in the heart of New York City at the FIDE World Rapid and Blitz Championship. Witness world number one Magnus Carlsen and other stars from across the globe. Rapid and Blitz, chess in its most thrilling form, unpredictable and unforgettable. Fast moves, tactics and blunders, and moments that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Witness the pinnacle of chess excitement. Get your tickets now at worldrapidandblitz.fide.com.
Want to play chess but don't know how to get started? Try chess.com. Play for free against someone at your level or challenge one of our friendly computer bots. Trying to improve your chess? Learn the Queen's Gambit and other openings with guided interactive lessons. Like chess but don't want the pressure of playing games? Chess.com has hundreds of thousands of fun puzzles to help you relax and sharpen your mind. Play your friends, make new ones around the world, follow the latest games and more. Sign up and play for free at chess.com today. A premium membership at chess.com will help you improve your game with full access to a powerful set of learning tools. Unlimited tactics let you practice like a master, with more than 50,000 puzzles to challenge you at every level. Our library of interactive chess lessons, created by master coaches, will enhance every aspect of your game. And after each game you play, the computer analysis feature will give you feedback on every move you play, turning every game into a chance to learn. And that's not all. Premium benefits also include unlimited tournaments, video lessons, the Opening Explorer, and much, much more. Upgrade now to take your game to the next level.
What's the best way to follow any chess event, from the World Chess Championship to the candidates, the Speed Chess Championship, Title Tuesday, and so much more? Chess.com/events has all of the top chess tournaments played both over the board and online. Analyze and review games from the world's greatest players with live commentary, cloud analysis, Opening Explorer, and table bases. Find all the key event information, including schedules, prizes, results, news reports, player bios, tie breaks, and more. Even compete by voting for your predicted results. Explore chess.com/events today on web or with our iOS and Android apps and experience chess like never before.
One of the key aspects that stops the progress of many chess players and puts them in an extremely difficult situation is finances. Over the years, thousands of chess players have left the sport because of lack of funds. This is the reason we came up with the Help Chess Foundation. There are people out there who want to support Indian chess players, and there are chess players in need of funds. We at Help Chess wanted to act as a bridge, a transparent and accountable bridge where every single penny that the donor contributes is put to use in a way that it powers Indian chess. Over the last 6 years of activity, Help Chess has raised over 1 crore rupees. We have had many scholarships like the MKG Scholarship, Pursue Your Chess Scholarship, Muralidhar Jalan Foundation Scholarship, Sadhana App Sponsorship, Vijay Rajni Scholarship, Sarada Scholarship, S. Krishnan Scholarship, Pursue Your Chess Scholarship, and many more. It has benefited more than 75 players from getting good training to being able to travel to tournaments to working with better technology, Help Chess has tried to ease the lives of chess players and support them to move in the direction of their goal. All the amount that is raised for chess players is then transparently updated on the ChessBase India website. But we have always wanted to improve the experience of our donors, and that's the reason why we have ensured that the charitable trust is now ATG compatible. The donors now get tax benefits. We also now have a CSR number, which means that companies with CSR funds can utilize their money for the right cause of powering young talents in the country. When you visit the Help Chess website, you will see two ways to contribute: Believer and Big Believer. As soon as you donate, your name is updated in the Recent Believers section at the bottom of the website. You will also see the initiatives taken up by the Help Chess Foundation that have been transparently mentioned through the linked articles. If you click any of the articles, you will get an update of all the people who have contributed. In the year 2022-23, Help Chess managed to raise 26 lakhs, and in the year 23-24, we raised 54 lakhs. Our hope in the coming years is to support more than 1,000 chess players and ensure that no talent in Indian chess is wasted due to lack of funds. We hope that you will join this initiative to power chess in India. Welcome back.
Oh, we're back.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
And we are here now for the... I think we've passed the halfway mark because both players are below 1 hour on the clock. And the game was quite exciting from the perspective of the strategically things that were happening. So, can we look at...
What was that?
वो होने ही वाला था, मैंने कहा ऐसे कर लेते हैं.
कैसे भाई?
Sagar wants it again, please.
नहीं, वो बोल रहा है होने ही वाला था मतलब वो AI वाला. अरे भाई
ऐसे कर लेते हैं. So anyway, we're back, guys. King G7 खेला गया है, and now Ding is thinking what to do. Okay, Rook AB1 was one idea. Rook D2 was another idea.
So Ding Liren actually...
Okay, can you go King F2, Shanti say wait and watch?
But what are you watching? I mean, my point is like, what's the follow-up? So one thing I think that can help is Rook D2, Rook D1. Do you think he wants to return the favor by doubling up on the D file before taking a decision?
No. By the way, do you know after how many moves they can offer a draw?
I think 30 moves you can't offer a draw. I think
30.
Was 30 or 40?
30, I think. But I'm not
Rule
sure.
book देखा है ठीक से या विदित को phone कर लो.
By the way, we're getting some really cool stats by Rakesh OP here in the house, by the way. Results after decisive game 1, which itself is a rare occurrence in a world championship match. Immediate comebacks have been...
Vishy Anand against Topalov
is one of them. Magnus against Sergei Karyakin.
Oh, Vishy against Gelfand.
Has been 7 times in the history of World Championship. Draws 11 times after a decisive game 1. And a second loss for the loser of round 1 throughout the match has happened 8 times. Not in game 2, but throughout the match. But 11 matches have ended in a draw.
Nice.
I think that is the most likely result
Amazing
of this one.
stats, yeah.
Now you know that those stats have nothing to do with this game, right? It's like वो roulette table पे जो आता है पिछले में क्या हुआ था.
Correct.
Anything can happen.
But Sai, that's true. But there's a pattern, right? A psyche pattern as well here. That after a player loses, they want to be solid. So that's why maximum number of draws. So you can kind of draw some parallels.
Yeah, and also I think stats are something that are so difficult to collect in a chess. Like we have tried this. We've been commentating for so long. To get such stats takes a lot of time. It takes nearly half an hour.
Rakesh has a lot of time, basically.
No, he's working really hard. That's the point I was saying. Like really amazing, Rakesh bhai. Thank you.
If anyone over here has bunked his college and uske ghar pe pata chalta hai, they can say I went for a stats session. You know, it's okay.
Yes, I think we've got a question. Han. Oh, acha, you've been doing the stats. No.
You bunked college and you came here.
Acha, badhiya bhai. Then Amruta has
Making
given
the
you a
right
good.
choices. Shout out.
Yeah, no, I mean good idea. You can say ki stats classes.
By the way, we keep saying, right? This
Which
is
college, which sir, which? बोल सकते हैं, पता चल जाएगा.
हाँ बोलना है. नहीं.
अरे इसीलिए तो पूछा ना सागर.
You know, we keep saying 17 world championships in the world champions in the history of our game.
Yeah.
Ding is the 17th. In the audience, I wonder how many of you know the first one or can name off. But by the way, can you name the 17 in order?
Yeah, I can.
You can, yeah?
I can.
Okay.
But you know the funny thing is, there used to be FIDE World Championships that were held.
Yes, I'm talking
So
undisputed.
there were clearly more world champions in between.
Yes.
But FIDE has not included them in that list now.
In 17.
Yeah.
These are sort of the undisputed world
Yeah.
champions. So, किसी को पता है कि first world champion कौन था chess?
Marks नहीं मिलने वाले.
William Steinitz, right?
Yes, Steinitz, you're right.
Steinitz is correct. Then. I put question.
I know the second one. If anyone else wait, you googled
No,
it.
I'm not. Why do
he
you not
hasn't
trust me? I'm
googled
seeing the
it.
position, yeah.
Okay, second one I can answer. You want to answer?
I don't know if I'm right.
Anyone in the panel? Anyone in our audience? I think it's Laska.
Yes.
Emmanuel Laska. Third one, who's it, Amruta?
यार I only remember our wedding dates and anniversary.
भाई डेट कहाँ पूछा?
मेरे को ये सब नहीं याद रहेगा.
डेट थोड़ी ना पूछा है.
नहीं,
नाम
वही पता-
पूछा है.
आपको याद है आपका एनिवर्सरी डेट?
हाँ. 5th February.
Year
2014.
क्या बात है? Everyone remembers tragedies.
Tragic comedy. फिर third वाला, fourth वाला.
Third was Capablanca.
Guys, King F2 was played.
King
Oh,
F2.
we have a
क्या
move.
बात है?
किसने मुंह बोला?
By the
Amruta ने.
17th world champion.
So
But
this
then
means
it is going towards draw, I believe, no?
हाँ मुझे वही लग रहा है कि भाई एकदम ही सावधानी से खेल रहे हैं सब.
By the way, they both have 47 minutes on the clock.
Same time
It's
almost.
a great news.
It's a great news. Why?
because Gukesh was so low on time.
So he's leveled the clocks out.
Yeah, that does help his pressure, no?
I want to really go F5 now as black. I want to move that knight from F6. Or is
Okay,
that a
now
bad-
Samay ka move.
B5.
Knight H5. Khel
Yeah.
do. Because you can again go rook F8 in the future.
I'd play F5.
And knight d5, how are you reacting? I want to take the c7 pawn if you go f5.
No, I don't want to give this. But can I go C6 and then go F5 now?
But the problem of this whole square, right?
It's a long term, but right now in short term, I would finish it off.
Oh. Aggressive Amrita.
थोड़ा ज़्यादा हो गया ना, finish it off.
Checkmate ही करोगे. I don't know. I feel it's a good idea to provoke c6. I'm thinking, do I want to go knight e3 or knight b6? I'm not sure. Knight h5 to me is committal to allow knight d5.
Yeah. Okay. So Gukesh has been so careful. I don't think he'll play knight h5. So then can
But you know,
Gukesh-
that can turn the psychology. Suddenly, Ding starts feeling the pressure. If at all Gukesh will go
Yeah.
for that plan.
But do you think Gukesh will go c6 here to stop knight d5? Although it does
Knight
weaken
a4.
the b6 square. Yeah. It looks very bad, but
And you know, another move that maybe we can think about knight e6, right? But the drawback of that move is, yes, you want to trade, but you've lost pressure on the c2 pawn, which allows the white knight to jump to d3. So knight on d4 can't really come back to offer trades at this moment.
also Vidit was mentioning that we should keep the knight there.
Yes.
So let's keep it there for some time.
Knight h5, knight a4,
Not knight d5, yeah.
attacking the c5 pawn.
I like that move.
And
b6
if-
ना भाई b6.
हाँ?
अपने को वही करना है ना b6. Ooh.
Computer doesn't like it.
Gives such a big advantage to white. Yes.
पता नहीं क्यों पर.
If you
Because
take
you
take,
just ignore.
Very tough, yeah.
Knight C3. You just ignore.
Oh, you're not ignoring your threat. You need to take on b6 now. So there's actually a threat created with this move. You provoked a
Oh.
move, and then you strike on the drawback of that move.
so b5. Oh, b5.
But you're allowing an a passer after b5.
Yeah.
Yeah, takes, and now a
This
passer.
a pawn is kind of close.
So not b5 there. So sorry, not b6 there.
Yeah, but that's actually such a cool idea, right? You force a move that actually ends up being a weakness in the position. So knight a4 could be something to think about here.
But then b6 is not the move. What else can you
No,
think
I mean
of?
knight h5 maybe not a move, the first move. Because I think Gukesh will be a little more careful. He won't move his knight
No,
from
I'll
f.
still ask a question. If I go back knight d3, knight e6, you'll take the rook. I'll take the rook. And now you go knight d3, correct?
Yes. Too much
Attacking
pressure on that
these.
pawn.
d6.
But knight f4 here? No, knight f4 you'll take or what? Knight into f4.
What happens for this?
Then you'll take and go
rook
rook d2.
d2.
And even after knight takes knight, there's knight takes knight.
Actually, it is possible. It's possible.
Very different game from game 1, huh?
Yeah.
This one?
No, and
Totally
ये ऐसा गेम है ना कि ऐसा लग रहा है कि अभी दोनों ने इतना सोचा है they will be down to 10 minutes. देखा 47 minutes अभी भी है. So it's like a very slow moving game.
There is in the air there is this idea of knight takes c2 somewhere lurking. If the knight moves to h5, no? If the a4.
Oh wow! By the way, this tactic is there, no? Knight c2.
Knight takes c2, rook d2 check.
Rook d2. But then
rook is there अभी तो.
हाँ, right now he won't take. Like if you take c2.
Yeah, knight c2 को क्या बोला?
Knight c2, rook d2 check, and now here you can just play
take,
king
no?
e1.
Yeah.
And he cannot take on c2 because d8 is hanging.
But then his point that after knight h5, knight a4, it works because you don't have, you have to trade rooks. Let's show that. Knight a4 here. And now your rook on d1 is undefended. So after knight takes pawn, you have to trade on d6 because rook is
takes,
hanging.
rook
And then
takes.
your idea works.
Rook takes back. And now knight cannot take on c2 because you allow this check and now your rook has infiltrated.
Wow.
This is a very good point.
Samay is finding tactics in this sterile position.
Yeah, how you got so strong, Samuel?
I just took a break from chess.
And how did it
So
help
you let chess go and chess came back to you.
Yes, sir. So, I just hope कुछ crazy हो जाए ऐसा भाई.
मजा आ जाए. आज Gukesh, if he can snatch a win out of this equalish position, it would be so much fun.
Samay, when you were like 1200 around rated, and let's say you
I
were
beat
watching.
Sagar at that time.
Oh, Gukesh just made a move, by the way.
Yes. And then when you're
What did
watching
he
this
play?
position, Samay,
H5.
how would you have assessed?
I would have not watched this question at 1200.
बहुत ही
It's
boring
very
है.
tough.
इसमें बड़ा मजा आ रहा है मुझे लेकिन.
Okay.
h5.
But it takes away the square for the knight.
Do you think okay, just coming, I'll come back to chess. Do you think when the game is a little less, is slow and all, people get hungry more and they eat more? Like here, you can see.
Oh yeah, yesterday
Today,
nobody
no one
was
was
doing.
eating. Today, I think more people are eating. So
Today Habitat's happy.
maybe it's a slow moving game. It also feels like you feel more hungry. I think we are also all having more things.
Yeah,
एक पनीर टिक्का ले आओ यार. See, just order directly, no? Why you have to order like this? Just place the order directly. man.
नहीं भाई ऐसे.
It's true, right? Because we want to chill and watch, and you're like, अच्छा खा के देखेंगे. जब बहुत action हो रहा होता है, ऐसे pieces hanging है, then there's your
Correct.
mind is just so focused onto it कि खाना भूल जाता है.
भाई h5 देख ले जरा.
हाँ, h5 देख सकते हैं.
क्या हुआ h5 के बाद अभी?
h5 के बाद एक चीज हुई है that square has been taken away from the knight, so the knight isn't going to f4. And the other thing that's in the air is maybe even the g pawn moving forward. g5, g4.
Right.
How much of an idea is that?
Very much.
Very much.
Yeah. Anything on king side? I'm happy.
So if you want to prevent g5, just go h4, prevent
Yeah,
everything.
h4 looks like a possible move now. for
Solidify.
sure.
You also stop h4, right? Black's h4.
Yeah.
बढ़िया move है
I
h4.
think knight h5 was a very active move.
Yeah.
Which could have been played. This is a more solid approach.
h5 is a move we didn't think, but I think Ding should respond back with h4, stopping those black pawns on the king side, which could become dangerous if black gets h4, g5, starts getting some play there. It could be something.
You know, I was just thinking that like game 1, it felt like a boxing match, right? There were punches that were happening.
Yeah.
one player, they were trading that, one player's on the attack, other on defense, and the other goes on attack, and constantly there was movement, dodging, threats and all.
This one feels more like a chess match.
This feels like fencing. You've seen fencing. Those two, they're sort of just poking at each other a little bit, moving around.
Fencing?
Commentary करी थी इसने उस पे भी.
Fencing पे?
सब पे करी है.
She was a Geo पे.
I saw it. That's where I saw it first. I was like, ये क्या है? Coming from a chess player, that's a lot.
100 sports तो देखे होंगे आपने.
बहुत ज़्यादा. But it's like, it's just a little bit here, a little bit there. You poke from one side, poke from the other, back and forth, but no big movement. But there's still the position is changing slowly. The advantage is changing slowly.
Tanya, would you be ever interested to play chess boxing?
It depends who I'm boxing against, who I'm playing against. You versus me. I'll take that on. What do you think?
Yeah, we should try that.
But our weight category is going to be different. Oh, I forgot.
That's why we should try. I'm confident.
Actually, मैं तो पिट जाऊंगी ना इससे पूरा.
हो सकता है.
My only chance would be कि अगर मैं chess में कर पाऊँ कुछ जल्दी से.
She just called you a bad chess
No. I'm saying that's my only chance.
That's what she said.
No, that's not what I said.
बचपन से खेल रहे हैं यार हम लोग कुछ भी जोक मार सकते हैं.
पर ये जोक नहीं था. पर ये जोक था मेरे लिए जोक था. My point is कि अगर मेरा जो
unfortunately my confidence as a chess player is like Sagar, I'll crush you. ऐसा मैं I'll crush you.
No, my point is that I definitely only have chance there and not in boxing. I feel your karate skills will be too much.
Can you come back?
Like I have to do analysis. You see how bad the panel has to be. That I am the one who's bringing back chess.
By Samay bhai, you have really fallen in love with chess.
Bhai, see, it's the World Championship match.
Yeah.
I have cancelled my shows for this. यहाँ आके भी comedy अगर हो रही है, I would have done better in my shows, no? Please, थोड़ा.
When you cancelled your shows, how were you feeling? Like दुख हो रहा था, खुशी से किया?
I didn't block those dates for shows. I didn't cancel any show for this, but
अंदर से क्या feel हो रहा था?
कि भाई chess सीखेंगे, कुछ नया सीखने को मिलेगा.
पर यहाँ आप सिखा रहे हो.
तो एक बार H4 के बाद क्या ideas है Black के पास? जरा बता दें, please.
Do you think firstly Ding is calculating H4?
Yes.
Because I don't think.
Yes. No, because I'll tell you why he's thinking about it. Because Black also wants to push the H pawn, Knight H5, G5 ideas, or H4 से everything gets stopped. By the way, he doesn't. He plays with its move. Knight E2. He wants to trade and plant a knight on D3.
Suddenly the bar went really थोड़ा ऐसे मतलब ये position में bar moving so much is also some.
Do you understand the practical level? Like when you look at the position, how differently they can think. We didn't consider the move Knight E2. Within 1 minute, he was considering this idea.
No, that I've seen. A world-class player guesses the moves of world-class players very easily. Even the mistakes, they make similar ones.
Like their mind is working in a similar pattern.
So Vidit said that the knight on d4 is super important for Black and he should not exchange it. So does that mean the knight has to retreat?
But the moment the knight retreats, then you're allowing the e1 knight to move forward, right? So for example, knight e6. Now the question is, do I take rook into rook and then go knight d3, or do you go directly? So let's try rook takes rook. And if you take with the rook, knight d3.
You have no threat, no?
I mean,
e5 is hanging. Is that a threat? I mean, I see you have rook d2, but
you
at
have
least...
knight d7 also, right?
I'm pretending it's a threat.
Some maneuvering happening there.
Yeah.
Can I make a bold statement?
It's going to be a draw?
No. I want to show a variation. After knight e2, I take the knight.
Okay.
You take with the king.
Right.
I take the rook. You take the rook. I take the rook. You take the king. I play knight d7 and I offer a draw. And both players shake hands and go back.
No, you can't offer a draw. It's move number 23rd.
I mean,
you still play 7 more.
Okay, I just play with the king here and there and they draw.
Yeah.
No?
वही लग रहा है.
I think so.
Might be it. But is
I
that...
think सही situation है क्योंकि 20 moves और करने हैं time control तक पहुंचने में.
हाँ.
So I think that would be a good decision for Gukesh.
Unless Gukesh starts to feel that, oh, I should play on and I should keep up the tension, then he may not do that.
What else will you think?
I feel knight e2 by Ding is a tacit draw offer. Like he's just saying, draw karte hai kya?
Look at Gukesh's expression. क्या लग रहा है?
Oh, he looked at him. He's like, draw karna hai.
So his knight takes knight. I have one question. In case Ding wants to try, right? He trades one pair of rooks and keeps the other. Is that an option? Because I still feel white's knight eventually is better than that black knight on f6. So no, I start with rook d6.
Takes d6.
This I agree just fizzles out. And let's say you take with the rook. And the reason, also let's point out, taking with the pawn is a long-term weakness. It's maybe not enough, but it gives a little target, right?
He retreats, Tanya. He retreats.
Oh, he doesn't. And maybe just to show why, rook takes rook in that position.
Okay.
And I actually feel that here, can white play knight d3 next, keep a little pressure.
Maybe it's a good point that you made, that keeping one pair of rooks gives white some additional chances.
Yeah.
c3, b4. So maybe that's why Gukesh brings the knight back, and he's saying that I'll use this knight to keep pressure on the a5 pawn.
But again, the drawback of this move is you've lost pressure on the c2 pawn.
Yes.
So how dangerous is knight d3 now, Amrita?
Oh, knight d3.
Oh no, maybe knight b4. I want to take on d6 first.
Oh,
Nice.
I think we have to take on d6
nice
first.
point. Yeah, that was a very good point here. Take rook d6 or cd. Now it's the question.
And knight d3. How dangerous is this?
Knight d7.
You always have this resource. And
And
now let's
now-
bring the other knight as well, no? No? Knight d4 aa raha hai. Knight d4.
Oh.
d4.
Wow. So it's actually, we don't know which pawn is more weak, no? Like c5 or a5.
It's a nightmare.
a5 is also a weakness.
Too many knights on the board.
I think a5 is weaker now that the knight has gone away from attacking.
Do you think Gukesh is making that small little statement that I am a bit ambitious here, moving the knight back on c6?
No, I think he's
No?
just calm and
क्योंकि
just
वो
going
मार
for a
देता था ना,
draw.
नहीं तो knight से knight. If he
Easy
want-
draw hai na? He believes that this is not a problem.
Guys, also one more thing. That white's rook cannot move away. If you move the rook to c1, rook is coming to d2. Isn't it?
वापस
Correct.
rook c1 नहीं बाबा.
Yeah, I mean you have to
think
trade
late in the
rooks
night.
here. So you can't go knight c3 because of rook d2 check. So rook takes rook तो खेलना ही है white को. I don't see an alternative. क्या हुआ?
नहीं.
You mean after rook takes rook, now rook d2 is
No,
coming?
I mean
Okay,
for
how much you guys are going to consider c takes d6 because
No,
computer thinks it's the best move.
Yeah, I had a feeling, but I just feel from a human perspective, it's a harder move to make.
Then you need an f5 break, no? Then.
Correct. Once you have, actually Tanya, it's interesting because now you don't have any weakness. d6 is weak, but it's difficult for white knights to attack.
Correct.
Meanwhile, the rook is tied down to the a5 pawn because white knights cannot protect it. So now you can maneuver your other pieces and go for f5 break.
It's a race. You get f5 first or white gets c3, b4 first. Let's say c3, knight d3, b4, b5 is what white is aiming for here.
Right.
So it just depends who gets that in first.
Yeah. True.
How is Gukesh in these endgames?
I think he's good, but maybe Pragnananda is considered to be a much more, like when we consider all the young talents, Prag is considered more of a grinder. Gukesh is considered more of a calculator or this creative player. But then again, I mean, Gukesh is also pretty decent. I mean, he's we know this Wei versus Gukesh endgame in the
yes.
Olympiad. He played such an amazing endgame.
And it was the knights there
Ding?
as well.
Oh, Ding is fantastic. I mean, he's very good at endgames. I mean, Ding has... Right now, we are seeing Ding at some level which is not that great in the last couple of years. But he was 2-8, 1-6 as Tanya mentioned. And he was at the top. So, his repertoire... And at some point, he had 100 classical games without defeat. I think it was 105. So, Ding is really good at all forms of chess.
Is that a record?
No, I think Magnus has...
125, I think.
Wow.
I remember it from your song, Duda Ne Toda. Just say something.
मैं ही सिखा रहा हूँ क्या चेस?
But did you see like this young boy Anish Sarkar? Are you aware of him?
Yeah.
3-year-old who has become a rated player.
Correct.
And
1555. And did you see that video where I asked him some positions to answer, and I gave him a Lucena position, and when I gave him, he just immediately didn't even show the move. He showed a move and he said Lucena.
I'll cut you into it. Did he say that? Knight c3 has been played here, bhai.
So he go. Wait, he's allowing rook d2. He played knight c3. What's wrong with rook d2?
King e3.
Oh. Yeah, blind spot. I thought one of the pawns is hanging, but the knight on e1 defends them both.
No, but why can't you just take the rook, take the rook, take the rook, give passive knights?
That's a draw.
Oh, no, problem.
a5.
हाँ, knight से मारना पड़ेगा.
Oh.
So rook takes rook, knight takes rook. Can we see
Knight
that
a5,
line?
Rook a5, rook d1, rook c5.
Let's see that.
One more time, guys.
Rook
Over
trap
here?
हो सकता है उधर.
कैसे?
c6, rook
e5 is hanging.
d7.
E7 and e8 also.
Yeah,
rook takes rook, knight takes rook, knight takes pawn.
Knight a5, knight a5.
Rook a5.
It's deflection. Rook takes knight, rook takes pawn. Rook takes e5.
Rook c5. And here we were thinking कि c6 अगर move गया और rook e5 मारा तो ये rook trap हो सकता है क्या knight d7 करके, but there is rook coming to e7.
But can you go king f8?
Yeah, maybe, but rook
But
a5.
there is also rook a5.
Yeah, and also, but actually your idea after c6, give black one more move, just go one move back. Knight d7, rook a5 is always there. You need two moves, rook a1 and knight d7, so it's too much.
Yeah.
Rook d5 is coming there. Okay, so but what's going on then? So you can't take this pawn. Rook takes rook, knight takes rook. How are you reacting here as
Can you
black?
go knight b4 with the idea of knight c2?
Oh, and then king e3 probably? Is that a move?
Yeah.
One more threat.
And then c3 and push that knight back as well.
I think Ding is very keen to exchange one pair of rooks without changing the structure. So that's why this is all going on. You know, he doesn't want to play rook takes d6 and change one rook.
So he wants to trade on his terms. By the way, I think it was not traded.
Repetition, guys, draw right.
Really?
Draw right.
Can we go full screen on the players?
Yes,
Can we go full screen
Draw.
on the players?
दोनों चाहिए.
जल्दी
Let's
दोनों
go
Both of
quickly.
them.
Director साहब.
Best.
That's it, handshakes. Game 2 ends in a draw.
For all those who can't see someone. Oh, they are talking for the first time.
Can we go?
Can we hear them?
Listen in?
I think we can hear them.
क्या रेट ड्रॉ कर लिया क्या भाई?
Oh, wait. They're claiming right now a threefold. No, they've claimed already.
नहीं वो हो गया भाई.
Oh, वो हो गया. वो कुछ moves check कर रहे थे. Can you listen to that?
No, we cannot. There is no sound coming. We'll have to wait for the press conference, by the way.
You can guess. Gukesh is trying to say
तो अभी
something.
पैसा किसको मिलेगा भाई? $2 लाख में से लाख मिलेगा कि?
I think draw में कुछ नहीं मिलता. है ना?
हाँ, draw में किसी को भी नहीं.
200,000 for over. अच्छा.
भाई आज अपन ने बहुत टाइम सोचा सिंपल मूव के लिए. ऐसे वो बोल रहे हैं किसी.
So I think this is a good result for Gukesh.
Yeah, I think it just stops the bleeding, and now he can tomorrow try to punch with white again.
Yes. Because he has to try to maximize his whites, right?
Yeah, this is a good result. Actually, if someone told Gukesh that you will draw in 25 moves without really having to stretch too much, he would have taken it. And he has taken it today. So.
And he managed to draw without too much discomfort in this game.
मतलब, it felt a little bit of discomfort at some point, but
Yeah,
it was
minimal.
never much. Yeah.
Exactly. Like that A4, A5, just a little bit, but kept everything under control. So a solid hold by Gukesh.
Yeah, very solid. And I think that's good. And now, you know, guys, from here they go out and there is a car, a van waiting for them, which takes them to press conference. And then we are able to follow the press conference there. So while the players are on their way to the press conference, we can take a short break and come back for the press conference.
See you chat tomorrow.
Huh? You're leaving? Press
We'll
conference?
find out after the break. By the way, I
Guys,
predicted
in
the
the
draw.
chat, समय मत जाओ.
What did you say?
Gemini, can you help me plan my 3-day vacation?
Generate a photo of a muscly capybara.
Explain the concept of supply and demand with OpenStax.
Hi Gemini, quiz me on the rise of industrialization.
Can you help me find an email?
Yeah, I can help with that.
This December, the world's top chess minds clash in the heart of New York City at the FIDE World Rapid and Blitz Championship. Witness world number one Magnus Carlsen and other stars from across the globe. Rapid and Blitz, chess in its most thrilling form, unpredictable and unforgettable. Fast moves, tactics and blunders, and moments that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Witness the pinnacle of chess excitement. Get your tickets now at worldrapidandblitz.fide.com.
Want to play chess but don't know how to get started? Try chess.com. Play for free against someone at your level or challenge one of our friendly computer bots. Trying to improve your chess? Learn the Queen's Gambit and other openings with guided interactive lessons. Like chess but don't want the pressure of playing games? Chess.com has hundreds of thousands of fun puzzles to help you relax and sharpen your mind. Play your friends, make new ones around the world, follow the latest games and more. Sign up and play for free at chess.com today. A premium membership at chess.com will help you improve your game with full access to a powerful set of learning tools. Unlimited tactics let you practice like a master, with more than 50,000 puzzles to challenge you at every level. Our library of interactive chess lessons, created by master coaches, will enhance every aspect of your game. And after each game you play, the computer analysis feature will give you feedback on every move you played, turning every game into a chance to learn. And that's not all. Premium benefits also include unlimited tournaments, video lessons, the Opening Explorer, and much, much more. Upgrade now to take your game to the next level.
What's the best way to follow any chess event, from the World Chess Championship to the candidates, the Speed Chess Championship, Title Tuesday, and so much more? Chess.com/events has all of the top chess tournaments played both over the board and online. Analyze and review games from the world's greatest players with live commentary, cloud analysis, Opening Explorer, and table bases. Find all the key event information, including schedules, prizes, results, news reports, player bios, tie breaks, and more. Even compete by voting for your predicted results. Explore chess.com/events today on web or with our iOS and Android apps and experience chess like never before.
One of the key aspects that stops the progress of many chess players and puts them in an extremely difficult situation is finances. Over the years, thousands of chess players have left the sport because of lack of funds. This is the reason we came up with the Help Chess Foundation. There are people out there who want to support Indian chess players, and there are chess players in need of funds. We at Help Chess wanted to act as a bridge, a transparent and accountable bridge where every single penny that the donor contributes is put to use in a way that it powers Indian chess. Over the last 6 years of activity, Help Chess has raised over 1 crore rupees. We have had many scholarships like the MKG Scholarship, Pursue Your Chess Scholarship, Muralidhar Jalan Foundation Scholarship, Sadhana App Sponsorship, Vijay Rajni Scholarship, Sarada Scholarship, S. Krishnan Scholarship, Pursue Your Chess Scholarship, and many more. It has benefited more than 75 players from getting good training to being able to travel to tournaments to working with better technology. Help Chess has tried to ease the lives of chess players and support them to move in the direction of their goal. All the amount that is raised for chess players is then transparently updated on the ChessBase India website. But we have always wanted to improve the experience of our donors, and that's the reason why we have ensured that the charitable trust is now ATG compatible. The donors now get tax benefits. We also now have a CSR number, which means that companies with CSR funds can utilize their money for the right cause of powering young talents in the country. When you visit the Help Chess website, you will see 2 ways to contribute: Believer and Big Believer. As soon as you donate, your name is updated in the recent Believers section at the bottom of the website. You will also see the initiatives taken up by the Help Chess Foundation that have been transparently mentioned through the linked articles. If you click any of the articles, you will get an update of all the people who have contributed. In the year 2022-23, Help Chess managed to raise 26 lakhs, and in the year 23-24, we raised 54 lakhs. Our hope in the coming years is to support more than 1,000 chess players and ensure that no talent in Indian chess is wasted due to lack of funds. We hope that you will join this initiative to power chess in India. Welcome back everyone to the second day of the FIDE World Championships 2024. We have had a draw today. The match score stands at 1.5 in the favor of the world champion Ding Liren against Gukesh. And as Tanya and I think Amruta, both of you felt a good result for Gukesh today.
And a good result for Ding as well, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think he's too unhappy that White se zyada kuch mila nahi. You know, he's gotten the lead in the match. The pressure is on Gukesh now to make that comeback. Keep things solid. It's a long match. Fatigue, stamina comes to play. So I think both players, Amrita, are equally satisfied with how things went.
Yes, today for sure, and with the black pieces, and you know, he got into the groove now, Gukesh. Tomorrow will be an important game. Also, we loved yesterday's press conference, so today also we're looking forward to it.
If you guys were there, what would be the question that you would ask the players?
Yeah, I think if I was there, I would definitely not miss the opportunity to ask a question because it builds on a narrative, something. So today I think I would have asked something about Ding, why did you choose such a line where you know, bishop b4 was possible? What was your analysis? I think,
and a4 was prepared by whom? Like was it Richards?
I would go into this opening play of Ding, which was so quick, which was very, very interesting for me. But Gukesh was not in the mood to take advantage of that, I guess, or at least challenge it. You know, Gukesh was a little bit more on a safer side today.
Yeah, would you be interested to know why he played h5? Like, did he consider knight h5?
I think for me it would be more interesting to know about their mindsets going into this match, that when Ding came with the white pieces coming out of a win, how much risk appetite did he have? Because he kind of did provoke a bit with this a5, right?
Yeah.
So did it disappoint him that Gukesh took this solid approach at that moment? I feel like to understand the dynamics at that point. And Gukesh, right, my question to Gukesh, like tomorrow it's white. And is that a very critical white? Because it's still a very long match.
What I realized about these questions which are there, the players generally give a very dry answer many times. Like if you say, Gukesh, so tomorrow you have white.
Like
so
we
he'll
will
be like,
see.
yeah, we'll see. You have white. Or you can say, Ding, are you happy with today? He'll like, yeah, I tried my best. So I got this sense that when you have to ask a question to them at a press conference, it has to be very specific, or else they will give a very dry answer. So
like, why was it? What was he thinking in the resting room when he used to go? He went
something
there,
where, which
like
is
that?
very specific, yeah.
Oh yeah, does he enjoy? Like, what does he actually do there? I mean,
what is he seeing?
We saw him there, I think today more than we saw him yesterday.
Correct.
I mean, it's clear what he does, right? He was looking at the screen, and the screen only has the board there. There are no photos from childhood, but I think today we saw him more there than yesterday for sure.
Yeah.
So it's going to be fun to see the press conference, but definitely the game itself didn't have, I feel, enough fireworks. And it was a little bit more of, I think, a reflection of what happened yesterday is what we saw today on the board.
Yes, but also we are very lucky that in the World Championship, the first game is with so much fire, which is generally not there.
Yeah.
So it does give a chance for more fire on the board tomorrow.
And always when someone is trailing, they want to strike back. So we will get some action tomorrow. Also, I'm hoping that there are some interesting journalists in the press conference, because you know, it requires some people who with those crazy questions to make it interesting. I think
like,
this
how does
time,
the knight move?
yeah, this time I feel there are not enough journalists who have gone there yet.
Yeah. Yeah, many times second half of the World Championship, because it's a very long tournament, they start going there.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got the two best next to me, so they're definitely missing out on two over there. But it's interesting. We'll see what the players have to say
point,
about
Tanya,
how ambitious they were today.
If we do really good commentary and then the organizers there say, hey guys, all four of you, please come, we'll set up your studio in Singapore, all four of you.
यहाँ पे vibe अलग है, you know. यहाँ पे इंडिया में करने का, over here live audience.
चाय पी रहे, मसाला चाय during commentary.
Habitat हो जाए यार, सच में.
Avocado toast.
ये घर बन गया है थोड़ा सा तो.
We have all these people over here bunking their college.
Yeah, we
Priorities
actually,
are good.
for all the people who are in Mumbai, in and around, please do consider coming tomorrow as well. I think tomorrow would be very exciting. The link is in the description, first link, and it's a very good vibe. We also have chess sets here. We have like a nice atmosphere.
Yeah.
And I think you can also enjoy this atmosphere. I think आप लोगों को कैसा लगा overall आज? Apart from the fact that आज का game थोड़ा सा it was slow,
Low-key.
but I think it was nice, no? Here the atmosphere is good. Yeah.
And we have to be prepared that we will have maybe more games like this, which will be slow and steady because it's World Championship. Two best players are playing against each other.
But you know, I actually have a different view on that. Why? Because I feel in a match, when one player takes a lead, if there's too much of a gap between the bounce back doesn't happen often. You know, we've seen Anand come back. We saw Magnus come back in his match against Karyakin. Jan was not able to, and then he didn't. Ding against Jan Nepomniachtchi came back every time almost immediately. So I'm actually expecting a decisive result because Gukesh at some point will have to take the risk.
Yes, let's go. By the way, you're very right, Tanya, but we are now almost ready for the
Press
press.
first, and then those of you in the press may take the microphone to my left and ask questions as well. First, I would say to you, to the world champion, how did you feel about today's game?
Although it looks not so much happened in the game, but actually my feeling had many up and downs, and at some point I thought I misplayed good opening preparation, and I may be slightly worse in the middle game. I'm not sure if my assessment is correct or not. It might be incorrect. But I think my position very passive when he had a very strong knight on d4. And I realized, I analyzed this kind of position before in computers said was slightly better in this pawn structure, but I don't know where, if I'm wrong or maybe there is nothing for white.
And Gukesh, were you surprised by the way the opening went in terms of him choosing to play this kind of formation?
I mean, it was not a huge surprise. It's one of the topical lines recently, and yeah, I was just trying to recollect what I had seen, and I think I got a fairly comfortable position. I mean, it was white always has a very, very slight edge, but if black is careful, which I was, I don't think it's serious.
Continuing that vein, the result, are you satisfied with the result for today?
Yeah, I mean, draw with black in the World Championship matches is always nice, and it's too early, so we still have a long match ahead.
Today, going into today, the strategy, did you want to push for a win, make it 2-0, maybe a knockout blow early, or play very carefully?
Well, my basic idea is to play carefully, and I'm completely fine with the draw. And yes, yeah, I'm happy with the final result. I may get something out of the opening because I remember after b3 we checked until b3, and my second said it's 0-2 according to computer, already 1-0. And I only made the draw, so maybe I had some chance at some point, I don't know.
All right, I will open the floor to the press. Anyone has any questions?
This is Mike Klein with Chess.com. My question is for Grandmaster Gukesh. This is your first big match. What are you thinking of the atmosphere of playing in this cube where you know on the other side hundreds of people are watching, you have no other games around you? That's got to be different than any other atmosphere you've played under before. Could you talk about how that's been so far after 2 rounds?
Yeah, I think this may be the first time maybe I actually played another match, but it's one of the rare occasions where the only game happening is it's like mine, and I don't have any other game to see. But okay, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I mean I've seen a lot of World Championship matches. The players play inside the cube, and now that I'm actually playing and not watching, it's quite exciting.
Anyone else?
Thank you. I had 2 or 3 questions. Sorry.
By the way, prepared. Please line up behind him so that we can.
I did have a couple of questions, but Maurice went before. So I want to ask you, Gukesh, in the commentary booth, Vishy said that you winning this match would be huge for Indian chess. I was wondering, how are you able to cope with this extra pressure of representing such a big nation?
Yeah, I mean there's obviously some pressure. For anyone playing in a World Championship, there's a lot of pressure. But I also see it as a privilege that I can represent so many people and my country. And yeah, it would be a very nice achievement, obviously, if I win the match. And yeah, I'm just focusing on one game at a time, and hopefully things go my way.
Another question from FIDE social media by Archit Cycle. How much of a difference does it make psychologically to have the white or black pieces for you both?
Well, before I thought it's easier to prepare for black pieces because at some point I only played the one line from time to time and just rely on my preparation. But sometimes here, for example, in the first game I played something new in the opening, and of course it requires a lot of memory. And so also today I played not a common move, e4, and also I prepared a lot.
So was that white or black in the end? Which one do you prefer?
From the preparation aspect, maybe no.
I think I've played a lot of games with both colors, and obviously in the World Championship it's a bit different. You need some kind of approach, but I see it as a normal game with both colors. Obviously white always has the slight edge, but yeah, I mean it's I think nowadays the difference is also less because of all the lines that computer comes up with. So it's like playing any normal game. I don't really have a preference.
Next question.
One more for Grandmaster Gukesh, if I may. After the loss yesterday, you talked at the opening press conference about how much Grandmaster Gajewski means to you, second only to your parents. Did you guys dwell on what you could have done better in Game 1, or did you guys get right into Game 2? And what did he say to you to help you get mentally, overcome what happened in round 1?
I mean, we all knew that things can happen. Losing is just a part of the game, so it was not a shock. We were prepared, and yeah, we are just sticking to the plan. And obviously Gayu, I mean, he's not only helping me with chess, but also helping me get ready mentally, and just to keep my well-being. And yeah, he said a few things which helped me recover quickly, and then we were on to today. So yeah, I mean, yeah, hopefully we'll. No, today was a good day, and hopefully we'll have many more good days coming.
I'm from the organization. I have a few Chinese questions for Ding Liren. First of all, 可以简单说一下今天对局的情况。
今天这盘棋对我走了平时不太常用的E4，但是我有备而来。然后开局阶段 A5是一步新招，我也给了他一些意外吧。然后我也得到了一个想要的局面。就根据我的助手，这个局面白方还是有一些发展的空间的。但是我觉得，从我看来，可能 GFC1 不太GDC 不太精确，可能应该有 GE1，这是我临场比较后悔的地方。走完之后，我不知道电脑怎么判断，我是觉得这个局面我已经没有什么优势了，所以我接下去就是在尽可能的，寻找一些反击的机会吧。
你刚才说对局当中心情还是有起伏的，大概是什么时候？
就是我觉得我没有走出G1，我有点沮丧。
好，那最后一个问题，昨天赢了棋，晚上有没有激动的睡不着觉？
对，我昨天凌晨3点才睡着，然后我觉得可能不是因为赢棋的兴奋，而是咖啡的作用。
好，谢谢。
Hello, Abhinav Suresh from US Chess. I have a question for both players. Ding, you took a fairly long amount of time to play rook d to c1, and Gukesh, you took a fairly long time to respond. It felt like a counterintuitive move to put a rook behind the c2 pawn. Can you describe both of what your thought processes were with this move in particular?
Well, I knew rook c1 is one idea in this kind of pawn structure, but in the game I'm not sure if it's a good move. I don't think it's a good move actually, because I don't know how to develop when he has such a strong knight on d4. Yes, so I moved back the rook to d1. That means maybe I'm not happy with rook c1.
Yeah, I think it's just a common idea that you try to keep more pieces on the board, and I try to defend c2 to get knight e1, knight d3. But yeah, I think I found a good formation. I mean, I was just trying to see how to stop knight e1, him getting knight to d3, and I think I found a good formation, and after which it was hard for white to really get his plan and make progress. Yeah, I mean, maybe rook c1 was not the best, but I don't really see any other challenges as well.
If I may, there was an alternative that we were analyzing in the back, particularly with Anand, the move knight e1, with this idea of takes, and knight to d3. Did you look at this at all? No. Against, yeah, knight d7, knight d5, and if you play c6, then knight e7, king h7, and this very strange knight b2, though just pressure.
Compensation.
Yeah, the engine thinks it's still slightly better for white somehow, but it's a crazy line to just give away the pawn.
Yeah, still not understand knight f6.
Knight f6, rook a1 of all moves.
b6, I think, the only move.
And then just play very slowly, something like this. It's a long line, but it's...
g6, knight a4 is coming. He has no time to grab my knight.
Yeah. But I mean, if you didn't look at, did you look at this at all? This idea of...
mean, I kind of stopped after knight d7, I guess.
At which point?
After knight d7, and I think it was. I thought
knight
it was not
d7.
working.
This moment.
But yeah, this looks like an interesting.
I should say this moment. You start.
Yeah.
Okay.
My question is for Gukesh. Do you feel like you now have some sort of foothold in the game after what happened yesterday? Do you think it was important for you to put points on the board first of all?
I mean, I did not really think about those kind of things. I just wanted to play a good game, and with black, you're like, I mean, so early in the match, it's nowhere close to a must-win. So, I mean, I was not going to do anything stupid. Yeah. So I just wanted to play a good game, and yeah. I mean, yesterday also I was feeling good. I was I was fresh and confident. Just that I missed a few tactics, which can happen to anyone at any time. So I wouldn't say like today was about like putting breaks or anything. I just tried to play a good game.
Just one small follow-up, if I may. You said you wanted to play well. So post-assessment, do you think you actually did play well as you wanted to?
Yeah. I mean, I think I was after I was surprised in the opening, I reacted pretty decently. I didn't give him any serious chances, and it was a solid game with black, which is nice.
Another question for you both from your fans on FIDE social media, this time by A. Anchal. How do you unwind after a game and not let your past affect your future?
How do you settle down after a game? How do you relax after a game and not let the past game affect what happens next?
Well, first I will check the games, and then yes, maybe yesterday I received a lot of messages because I win the first game, and then after that, already it's time to sleep because the game normally finishes very late.
Yeah, I mean, I maybe discuss the game a bit, and then yeah, I mean, it's normal. Like I eat dinner, I sleep, I think about the next game. So yeah, nothing huge really.
I'll ask one last question. What is your expectation for tomorrow, if you've thought about it at all?
Well, I think it will be a big fight because he's a point down and he has white pieces, so I'm ready for a fight.
You got the white pieces tomorrow. What can we expect?
I mean, I will just try to play a good game because after all, the only thing you can do to try and win is to play a good game.
Wise words. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. This is the end of the post-game press conference. Tomorrow will be game 3. It starts at 5 p.m. local time. See you then and have a good night.
Yeah, very interesting press conference. Very, how do you say, mature answers by Gukesh. What is your plan for tomorrow? He says the only thing in your hand is to play a good game, So, very nice. I like these press conferences, even though today's press conference was a lot like today's game.
Yeah.
They tried to get some answers, but there was nothing earth-shattering.
No, I think we got some insights, right? That both players are not displeased with, as we thought, with the result. Gukesh had a solid approach, and Ding felt that he didn't get anything out of the opening, so didn't try to overdo anything with the white pieces. And Gukesh, he said this at the start of the match as well, that he knows he's expecting the best version of Ding, and for him the job is to show up as the best version of him every game.
Right.
Yeah, he doesn't answer like he's 18 at all. He's way more mature. He's very clear that it's one game at a time. And of course, we would have loved to understand the Chinese questions and answers from Ding because he's more smiling in his, I think, mother tongue, but I'm hoping that we will be getting to know more about those
It's
answers
also
as
nice
well.
feeling, you know, when you are there and someone asks you in Chinese. I think the same feeling Gukesh will get if someone goes there and asks in Tamil. I'm hoping that some of that media from Tamil Nadu will go and ask him some questions. Yeah, because you feel at home when you talk in your mother tongue.
No, absolutely. I think it makes you a little bit more relaxed. You know, कुछ ऐसे अपनापन सा लगता है, because it's really these kind of matches, they play games and tricks with your mind, you know. We've seen how it affects players, like they are shaking on the board, you know, the best in the world sometimes get frozen, not physically capable of making moves. So when you've got these moments, you can smile, you feel, you know, there are people supporting me, rooting for me, I've got this.
It feels homely, हो ना, मतलब आता तू गुजरातीत बोलला, तू हिंदी मध्ये बोलली, तर तसं वाटतं. हो ना, सागर?
In fact, there
You
is a
have to say
beautiful-
in Gujarati,
बहुत
Sagar.
सरस, बहुत सरस. There is a very nice story actually of this. I don't know if you guys know, and I don't know if I'm quoting it accurately, but in the 95 match between Kasparov and Anand, there was always Russian media who would go and ask questions in Russian. And Kasparov was winning that match, and Anand had to sit through it. So on the last day when Kasparov won the match, someone from the Tamil media came and asked the question, and Anand gave such a long answer to that question that everyone was so bored there. Like Kasparov was like, what is going on? I won the match and these guys are talking. So yeah, it was a very interesting story.
Nice.
But yeah, this was a nice game. 1.5 half is the match score. Tomorrow is going to be a very exciting day. So a few things for all of you here. Firstly, you can get the tickets to come here to Habitat. You can of course follow it online. But if you would like to come here, it's the first link in the description. We have more links in the description for anyone who wants to support this broadcast. You know, we've put up this entire show here. So if you would like to, there are links in the description. Please do check it out and support. And a huge shout out to Habitat for giving this space to host this. Thank you, Balraj Bhai. Thank you, Habitat, for doing this. And a huge shout out to Nodwin Gaming for this entire production, which has been so smooth. Actually, there have been no glitches, nothing, and they have done a phenomenal job. So thank you so much to the entire team of Nodwin Gaming here. And thank you guys for being wonderful co-hosts for today.
Yeah, slow game today, Amrita, but this is the World Championship. These are the, you know, two players fighting for the ultimate title. It's not always going to be attacking tactics chess. We'll see top class maneuvers. We'll see these top class endgames being played. But I think tomorrow, Gukesh with white is going to be an exciting one.
Yes, tomorrow is very important. Buy the tickets, and day after tomorrow, please don't buy the tickets. We don't have a round.
It's a rest
It's going
day.
to be a rest day.
But
I
yeah.
thought because Gukesh is black.
So please do come tomorrow and see you guys for tonight. Bye-bye.
Bye.
This is the Google Pixel 9 with Gemini. And this is Dan, suggesting some places to meet up and watch the game tonight. But you know what's better than a list of places? Knowing how close those places are. Which is why you're just gonna ask Gemini to put these places on a map. Whoa, how's that for teamwork?
Why can't you just cool? Just let me cool.
This December, the world's top chess minds clash in the heart of New York City at the FIDE World Rapid and Blitz Championship. Witness world #1 Magnus Carlsen and other stars from across the globe. Rapid and Blitz, chess in its most thrilling form, unpredictable and unforgettable. Fast moves, tactics and blunders, and moments that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Witness the pinnacle of chess excitement. Get your tickets now at worldrapidandblitz.fide.com.
Want to play chess but don't know how to get started? Try chess.com. Play for free against someone at your level or challenge one of our friendly computer bots. Trying to improve your chess? Learn the Queen's Gambit and other openings with guided interactive lessons. Like chess but don't want the pressure of playing games? Chess.com has hundreds of thousands of fun puzzles to help you relax and sharpen your mind. Play your friends, make new ones around the world, follow the latest games and more. Sign up and play for free at chess.com today. A premium membership at chess.com will help you improve your game with full access to a powerful set of learning tools. Unlimited tactics let you practice like a master, with more than 50,000 puzzles to challenge you at every level. Our library of interactive chess lessons, created by master coaches, will enhance every aspect of your game. And after each game you play, the computer analysis feature will give you feedback on every move you played, turning every game into a chance to learn. And that's not all. Premium benefits also include unlimited tournaments, video lessons, the opening explorer, and much, much more. Upgrade now to take your game to the next level.
What's the best way to follow any chess event, from the World Chess Championship to the candidates, the Speed Chess Championship, Title Tuesday, and so much more? Chess.com/events has all of the top chess tournaments played both over the board and online. Analyze and review games from the world's greatest players with live commentary, cloud analysis, opening explorer, and table bases. Find all the key event information, including schedules, prizes, results, news reports, player bios, tie breaks, and more. Even compete by voting for your predicted results. Explore chess.com/events today on web or with our iOS and Android apps and experience chess like never before.
One of the key aspects that stops the progress of many chess players and puts them in an extremely difficult situation is finances. Over the years, thousands of chess players have left the sport because of lack of funds. This is the reason we came up with the Help Chess Foundation. There are people out there who want to support Indian chess players, and there are chess players in need of funds. We at Help Chess wanted to act as a bridge, a transparent and accountable bridge where every single penny that the donor contributes is put to use in a way that it powers Indian chess. Over the last 6 years of activity, Help Chess has raised over 1 crore rupees. We have had many scholarships like the MKG Scholarship, Pursue Your Chess Scholarship, Muralidhar Jalan Foundation Scholarship, Sadhana App Sponsorship, Vijay Rajni Scholarship, Sarada Scholarship, S. Krishnan Scholarship, Pursue Your Chess Scholarship, and many more. It has benefited more than 75 players, from getting good training to being able to travel to tournaments to working with better technology. Help Chess has tried to ease the lives of chess players and support them to move in the direction of their goal. All the amount that is raised for chess players is then transparently updated on the ChessBase India website. But we have always wanted to improve the experience of our donors, and that's the reason why we have ensured that the charitable trust is now ATG compatible. The donors now get tax benefits. We also now have a CSR number, which means that companies with CSR funds can utilize their money for the right cause of powering young talents in the country. When you visit the Help Chess website, you will see 2 ways to contribute: Believer and Big Believer. As soon as you donate, your name is updated in the Recent Believers section at the bottom of the website. You will also see the initiatives taken up by the Help Chess Foundation that have been transparently mentioned through the linked articles. If you click any of the articles, you will get an update of all the people who have contributed. In the year 2022-23, Help Chess managed to raise 26 lakhs, and in the year 23-24, we raised 54 lakhs. Our hope in the coming years is to support more than 1,000 chess players and ensure that no talent in Indian chess is wasted due to lack of funds. We hope that you will join this initiative to power chess in India. ChessBase 18 is a powerful software where you can save your games and analyze them. You can also create databases and manage them. It's a powerful tool for any serious chess player and is used by all the top grandmasters in the world of chess. Carlsen, Anand, or any other tournament player uses this. The best database that works along with ChessBase 18 is Mega Database 2025. The database opens inside of ChessBase and has over 11 million games, with 113,000 of them being analyzed and annotated by top grandmasters across the world. The biggest advantage of this database is that you can search any position and get to know who has played it before with the reference feature.
You can also prepare professionally against your next opponent, which will help you gain precious rating points in your next round. Get the Chessbase 18 and Mega Database 2025 now. Link is in the description.